All right, got the stream up. I need to get my fucking meeting notes up. I just heard a weird sound come from my phone. I don't know what the fuck it was. All right, get that up. Did everybody watch my cool promo video that I made for Zombieland? I mean, my slop that I made for Zombieland. Sorry, man, I had to. Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. It was my first time, man. I thought it turned out pretty damn good.
It was pretty decent.
I thought it was good, man. I liked it. It's got 3.0 thousand or 3,000 views on YouTube already. Woo woo. Thank you, Skilly Willy. Oh, where can you watch it? YouTube. I did post it in the announcements too. But here, I'll share it right here.
Yeah. They told us there wasn't no.
All right, let's get the show on the road. 7:30. Let me turn off the spam and do one last manual spam. All right, let's do this. Let me pull up my notes here. Meeting notes. There we go. All right. First note is not even mine. It's Nint's. He's not even here. Nice him. He left me a note, man. He made me do it. God, Nint. Jesus, Nint. All right. Anyway, I gotta do the intro part. Anyway, I need to automate this. Maybe I can get AI to do this part for me. Anyway, welcome to the server meeting. Blah blah blah. We do this every month. For those of you that are new here, which is probably a lot. There's been a lot of new players lately. Every month, the admin team just keeps notes on things that we want to discuss at the next server meeting. And that's what I'm about to do, is go over those little notes. And then at the next part, we pass it to the players. You guys can ask us questions, give us feedback, tell us you hate us, or whatever. And we'll do our best to answer that stuff. And then as soon as that Q&A part's done, we pass out some prizes to the players on server. And I usually start previewing the next map for you guys real quick in the stream, just for those that are interested in what the next map looks like. I don't know if I have things to show you tonight in game or not. I'll have to look at my notes. I may. We'll have to see. So it's always smart to have the stream up anyway, just in case. That way, if I need to flip to that screen, you can just see what I'm showing. But you don't have to. So the first note. This is not my note, so I got to read this here. Let me see. Again, if there is something, let me move my microphone down here. Hold on one second, like that. It might be a little better to hear me then. Is that better?
That's better. It was fine before, though.
I'm all up in y'all shit now. The first note, again, if there is something happening like a server crash, 2 quest givers, racism, any issue, stop putting it randomly in chat channels. Put in a ticket. If we already say yes, we know in a chat channel, then you don't need to. This is how cargo drives through the map. Oh yeah. This isn't my note. This is from Nint here. I'm doing ASMR shit. You start unwrapping some papers and shit right here.
You're very loud.
I'll push it back here. Is that better? Is that better?
That's pretty good.
I was trying to deep throat it, but whatever. Fine.
Yeah, I knew you didn't have a gag reflex.
Anyway, the
Okay,
point is,
all of that.
when shit's going down, y'all don't just put it into chat. Like, we don't monitor chat. I mean, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna kill somebody if my phone doesn't stop going off. We don't monitor chat, so especially when things are an emergency, like cargo ship going through the map the other day. You guys know what I'm talking about. Y'all were all in the chat channel, like, oh, cargo's going through, by the way. It's like, yo, put a ticket in. Like ticket. The reason we're so anal about that is tickets ping our phones. Like I get dinged when there's a ticket. If you guys are just typing in general Discord, I don't get dinged for that. Otherwise, I would lose my fucking mind. So put a ticket in, please. It's extremely important.
Do you mind if I add something on that?
Of course.
Make the ticket as soon as it's happening. Like if someone's spouting racist stuff in VC but not in text, make a ticket as soon as it happens so that I know a couple of us fucking OCD look at every single ticket that pops up. So if you make a ticket 20 minutes after it happens, like, and the guy's already left, like, what do you expect us to do?
Well, especially if you don't have a clip.
Yeah.
And there's another issue popping up right there in chat that they're laughing about is, any admin on or admin or need help. Like, no, just put a ticket in. We don't monitor the chat channels all day long, 24/7. So please put a ticket in. And it's policy. And if you want to get mad, just get mad at me because it's my policy. But it's policy that the admins are not allowed to help you without a ticket. Like, unless it's like a dire emergency, like, holy shit, if I don't, teleport this guy out of here right now, he's going to fucking lose everything, that kind of shit. But if it can wait 5 seconds, you need to have a ticket in. Like, they are not allowed to handle things outside of tickets. They will get in trouble, actually, for answering things in DMs or answering things like that. Like, they're not allowed to do that. Bappo, what's the only thing you've ever been yelled at about being a staff? Like, answering shit in chat. Keep telling you guys, don't do it.
Yo.
So don't get mad at them, get mad at me. They're not allowed, they are physically not allowed to do that. They will lose their position as an admin if they try to handle things outside of a ticket. And I have good reasons for that. You're more than welcome to ask me later and I'll explain them. But I want to move on to the next note. So the next note is the drama in general chat or game chat needs to stop. Yeah, I think that was, let me see the date on that, 4/11. I'm going to bet that was right after a PvP. Yep, it sure was. So that was right after a PvP day. You guys gotta chill with the PvP day drama. Nobody gives a crap how little your e-penis is. So get over it. Nobody cares. Please stop the drama.
Why'd you look at me when you said small e-penis?
Little, mine's pretty big.
Your little maple leaf dangling over there.
Dripping
Right.
with maple syrup. What's wrong with us?
Bad idea. The next note is yours. I don't know what the hell. You just posted a bunch of damn links.
Yeah, there's links just so I can copy them and post them here.
Hmm.
There was a ticket, someone being entitled, "Oh, I can't use Steam recording," blah blah blah.
They always do that.
So I guess that kind of gave it away. Steam recording, know how to use it. There's no excuse if it doesn't work on your computer. That's I'm sorry, that's your problem. You're doing something that's blocking it, or you installed it wrong. I don't know. Either way, it works. There's other programs out there, but we push Steam just because it's simple to. It's on your computer. You don't need to download something. We don't need to ask you what graphics card you have, what processor, whatever. It works. And I think that's pretty much it.
Cool.
I got a lot of notes, but I'm not going to cover them all.
Yep. Yeah, the recording stuff, Shadowplay, I like Shadowplay better actually than Steam one, but the Steam one is built in, everybody has it, so you can't like lie and say, well, I don't have that. Yeah, you do. It's there. It doesn't lag you at all. I don't care if you're playing on a fucking Casio calculator from 1984. It does not lag you. So we get that excuse every single time. Every ticket. Like I'm not exaggerating when I say 90% of our tickets do not have any kind of clip or recording, and they expect us to take their word for it. And we do not do that. Period. Ever. We never will take your word for it. We do not take your word for it. You could be my favorite player. You could be my least favorite player. I still won't take your word for it on either situation. You have to have a clip because it's just an above board thing. You have to have proof. Anyway, otherwise someone could put a ticket in on you. Like if I'm just saying Shorzy because I just saw him type in chat. If Shorzy put a ticket in like, oh, Oog called me the N-word, blah blah blah, and we just like, well, I can't just take your word for it, Shorzy. Oh, but you've known me for like 4 years now. Why not? Okay, well, what's stopping Oog from putting a ticket in reverse and saying, well, Shorzy called me one too? Like, you get what I'm saying? But then I'd have to take Oog's word for it because he put a ticket. You get what I'm saying? We can't take your word for it.
I got the key to the city.
Right.
You should trust me.
Right, exactly. So that's the problem we have is these people, then they get all mad. It's like, I can't believe you're calling me a liar. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just telling you I can't take your word for it because if I take your word for it, while I do believe you and I do trust you, I can't take your word for it because then I have to take everybody's word for it, including the people I don't trust and I don't like and I don't listen to. So We just don't take anyone's word for it. You have to have proof, period. It's a video game. It's not that fucking serious. You have to have proof in real life to not spend the rest of your life in prison, which is really serious. So you have to have proof here too. It's just a video game. Proof is not going to kill you. Moving on. Eggs, oh my God, procrastinator, you are my new best friend. Exactly. I do not own a fucking daycare. Moving on. Bat, I'm looking at your stuff here. This one Performance 101 one, though, I might need to mention that. For anybody that has never read the channel, Performance 101, please, next time you go to take a dump or something and you want to sit there and read on your laptop or on your tablet or your phone, go read that channel. If you've ever sat around and wondered, like, why is T always bitching about industrial or electrical or planters or farms? I saw him farming on 7 Days to Die. Why is he such an anti-farm person on Rust? Blah, blah, blah. If anybody ever wonders why I sound like such an asshole all the time with your builds and your deployables and all that stuff, go read that channel. By the time you get done reading that channel, if you actually read the whole thing and truly consume it and not just skim it like Chappie, you will actually...
Why did I catch a stray?
You will actually, if you read the entire channel, you will actually come out of that channel going, holy shit, I get it now. Maybe I might want to start helping T and tell these people to calm down too. I'm telling you, read the channel. It'll explain to you how this works, how Rust servers actually work behind the scenes. And what you don't realize is you could build a 10 by 10 by 10 of all stone walls, or you could build like 5 auto turrets in 5 industrial pieces. Those 5 and 5 are hammering the server, even though you just built like a 1,000 fucking piece base out of 10 by 10 by 10 just stone walls. Those industrial things and those auto turrets or whatever, and the farm and the sprinkler and the ceiling light, those hammer the server 1,000 times harder than. So it really breaks it down and tells you why. Like, why does it hammer the server? Why does this harm the server more than that harms the server? It explains all that shit to you. So you should really read that when you get a chance. It's very informative. That's why it has its own channel. Moving on. I posted right under you. I said, in addition to that, bug reporting, testing plugins, just in general, remembering that we, the admins, are actually human fucking beings that owe you nothing. Boy, I was mad that day. Yeah, so I think we had a ticket or something when they were bitching about they didn't have Steam set up, and I think that's where this all stemmed from. Actually, I think there was a ticket earlier this month, and they were bitching and complaining that we wouldn't take their word for it. And we explained that we don't take anybody's word for things. That's how it works. And they were just like raging at us or something. I don't remember what happened, but yeah, please remember that we, the admins, we are actual fucking human beings. We have feelings, we have jobs, we have families, we have emotions, we have all that shit. And we too were just Rust players also at one point. Like, these servers are free. All of our perks, literally every perk we offer is free. Yes, you can pay for some, but they're also free. Just by playing the game, we owe you nothing. And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that as in like we don't appreciate our player base. We do. But we don't owe you shit. Like, literally, I could just say, you know what, I'm done with this, and just turn it off right now and walk away and never look back. I could, I won't, but we don't owe you anything. Just please keep that in mind. We are human beings too, and we'd like to be treated that way. Moving on to the next. Ooh, you guys are going to hate this next one. So I'm trying to get the bad ones out of the way first so we can get on to the good ones. Auto Loot Sorter plugin will be removed Thursday.
You suck, T.
I know. It's my favorite plugin. Literally my favorite plugin we have. Well, other than the ones that I wrote myself, but literally my favorite plugin. It has to go. That you guys begged and begged for a long time to install that plugin. And the final agreement, this was years ago. The final agreement was I'll install that plugin if you guys stop with all the industrial bullshit, because that stuff's hammering our fucking servers. And everybody's using industrial to sort their loot. Well, that's what Auto Loot Sorter does. So what's the fucking point? And we had a big server meeting about it and a vote and all. And everybody was like, yeah, we'll stop using all the industrial stuff. Nope, it's actually gone the opposite way. I did some counts recently in industrial numbers. Like, the amount of industrial shit being put out there has like tripled to quadrupled since then. So not only did you guys not keep up your end of the bargain, well, I say you guys, half the people in here weren't even around for that. But not only was that half of the bargain not even kept up, but it was actually exponentially worse now than it used to be. And then on top of that, about 10% of the people even use auto loot sorter. See, what's an auto sorter? Exactly. Nobody even uses the plugin anyway. Those of us who do, we love it, myself included. I honestly don't even. Jesus, I'm gonna throw my fucking phone out the window. I don't even know how I could fucking play the game without it, honestly. But the point being, it's got to go. It was one or the other thing. I know for a fact there's nothing I can do to get people to stop using this stupid, terrible industrial shit. So the trade-off is that. We ran an analytics tool that FacePunch provides. I know I said this right before the meeting, but I'm gonna repeat it because there's more people here now. But we ran an analytics tool, and it basically analyzes. I mean, it's nasty when you run it. You can only run it for a little while because it will actually lag the shit out of your servers. But I ran it, and it did a deep analytics of all our plugin usages, and then we also got them all ranked from worst performance to best. And out of 110 plugins, Auto Loot Sorter was number 6 in terms of how detrimental it is to the server performance. Obviously, 1 through 5 are big things like raid bases, shit like that. But Auto Loot Sorter was number 6. To put it into comparison, my Wraith plugin was 90. So Auto Loot Sorter ranked number 6 in detrimental to the server. It's got to go. It's just nasty. If I get rid of it and I see the metrics start to rise like they should, I'll put some more hordes out there, put some more whatever the hell y'all want. I'm cool with that. I'm not trying to take away content, but that's got to go. That plugin has just got to go. Yeah, raids are fucking really nasty. I think raid bases was number 2 or number 1 or 2 on the list. I have to go back and look at it. I posted it in general. Yeah, I miss jetpacks too, but that jetpacks would be so far up that list, it would need its own separate list. It's so fucking terrible for performance. Jetpacks are insane. I don't even know how that plugin is legally allowed to be sold. Moving. Oh yeah, I mean we don't run laggy servers at all, but you're new here, you'll realize I'm just a perfectionist, and I don't accept 99%. I have to have 100%. Everything has to be perfect. Yeah, we could let our servers lag twice as much as they do, and they still wouldn't be as bad as most other servers out there. All right, so moving on. RAM issues and all that jazz. Man, I don't even know what the fuck to say about that. Holy shit, 3X. Have we been through some shit in the last month? I don't even want to drag this topic on because I still have PTSD from it. But I don't know if you guys know what we went through in the beginning of the month. But 3X, the main box on 3X had... When did that start happening, Trigger? Was it like Force Wipe?
No, it might have even been just before Force Wipe.
Just before, yeah. Well, we started noticing metrics going way down. We're like, what the fuck is going on? And then even worse, we started getting these massive spams. When I say massive, we're talking like 1,000 lines of main thread stall, right queue something. I don't remember what it was. Basically, it was like literally rustdedicated.exe was stalling because it couldn't write to a file or something like that. Like it couldn't save. It was all kinds of nasty stuff, right? And metrics were going crazy. The server metrics, we have our servers capped at 60, right? FacePunch suggests 20 to 30. And anything under 20, players will start to notice lag. So most servers do run about like 20 to 30 or maybe 30 to 40. If you have strong enough hardware, you can go higher than that. So we have ours capped at 60 actually. And when we boot up on a force wipe, like fresh force wipe, all the servers are running at 60 because that is literally the cap. Right now, let me scroll here on Legacy. Right now, Legacy is at 59.57, so almost literally maxed out. Obviously, there's a lot less people on Legacy right now because it's the end of a 5-week wipe. On 3X, they have 90 people on with a shit ton of nasty bases, and they're still at 51 right now out of 60, which is insane. Like I said, anything over 20 or 30 is stellar, and they're at 51. In the beginning of the month, though, we started seeing 3X, even with like 30 players on, we started seeing 3X dipping like down in the like 20s and even the teens. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So we started going, what's premium? Premium is always at max. There's only like 3 people there. We couldn't figure out what's going on. Anyway, long story short, man, I don't want to ramble forever. We were going back and forth. It was getting worse and worse, man. We were turning off plugins, trying to save the server, because if it gets too low, it'll just flat out fucking crash or freeze up. We started getting these right thread, main thread stalls and shit. So I went through, I was literally putting in like 16-hour days, man, just optimizing every plugin I could find. I was taking all the plugins that write data and making sure I like stagger their data writing instead of like, hey, write all your data. I was doing like, hey, write a little bit, wait a little bit, write a little bit, staggering it. I was doing everything I could, man. We were killing ourselves. And like then the server started crashing, 3x. For those who have been around for a long time, the first 5 years of our server history, I think we had 2 crashes ever in 5 years. And 3x, just in the first week of April, must have crashed probably 2 or 3 times a day. And let me tell you what that feels like from an admin standpoint, because I don't know, what you guys know what we do back here, but when a server crashes, it's an all hands on deck thing. I mean, motherfuckers come just running out of the woodwork admin wise. Everybody get on. You got to save corpses. You got to, try to get people back in their raids, get people back in their dungeons, blah, blah, blah. Tickets are flying in. It's a nightmare. It is literally a nightmare. And it was happening 2 to 3 times a day. It was so bad that I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't do anything because anywhere I go, boom, server crash, turn around, come back home. And then like at night I would go to bed and you can ask Trigger, man, I was like PTSD, like, man, my phone ringing and shit. I'm like, I would go to bed and I would just lay there staring at my ceiling, like any second now the fucking phone's gonna ring. Any second now there it goes, phone's ringing, and I'd run back upstairs and have to reboot 3x because it would crash again. And I'd go back downstairs and go to bed, and then 4 hours later, phone ring, run back upstairs. I was getting no
3
sleep.
a.m.
It was horrible. It was killing us. The whole admin team, by the way, not just me. It was killing us. So that was like the first week of this month, and it just kept going on. Anyway, long story short, I'm rambling. Long story short, is we had like faulty RAM go bad on the machine. Thank God we figured that out. And so we switched 3x over to a temporary box, same exact hardware, same exact data center, actually a little bit more RAM, but same everything. And so we're on that temporary box for a little while. I'm sure you guys remember that little switch over. And they were playing there. And on the temporary box, man, they were screaming along, man. Metrics were great. 58, 59 out of 60. It was great. And it took them about a week or so to get our box repaired and get the RAM replaced and stuff like that. So they booted our box up. And then I had to switch them. By the way, switching boxes is a fucking bitch. It's not like you can just just flip the switch. There we go. You got to copy like 3,000 files down from FTP. Then you got to send them back up to the other box. And you got to boot everything. If you miss one little thing, you fuck it all up. It's a pain. So we switched to the temporary box. That was a pain. After a week, they fixed the RAM. We switched back to the real box. Now that the RAM was fixed, which also was a pain, switching boxes always is. And we switched back, and all of a sudden, poof, metrics started tanking. We're like, what the fuck? This is a fixed box now. What's going on? And we asked the host, no, everything looks fine. The RAM looks good. Temperatures are good. Everything's good. And we're like, it's not good. Something's still wrong. And sure enough, metrics were tanking, man. You guys were in the 20s, maybe even the teens. And me and Trigger were like, yo, I finally sent the host a message. I'm like, yo, put me back on that temp box. I was like, I will literally pay the fees, pay the money, whatever I got to do, get me back on that temp box because it was working. This one is not fucking working. So we were basically renting 2 boxes at a time because I wanted to wait till the wipe to be able to switch you guys over. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Anyway, so long story short, we paid some money. We put 3x back onto the temporary box again, which is now the new permanent box, and got rid of the old permanent box that was is back and forth. So I had to switch boxes on 3x like 4 times, which is a pain in the ass. All the crashing, it's just been a nightmare of a fucking month. So big shout out to 2 groups here. Number one is the admin team. Like, holy shit, that was a multi-week. I'm gonna throw this fucking phone out the window. It was a multi-week nightmare, and they all pushed through it, man. I had admins calling at 4 o'clock in the morning. They were handling it well, man. It was not easy. Anybody that's ever staffed for us or been an admin for us, when a server crashes, it is a nightmare. Everybody's pissed at us. Everybody's yelling at us. It's not our fault. It's a bitch. And then on top of that, big shout out to the fucking players because Trigger, Chappie, Juice, everybody. What was our biggest fucking fear during that whole time? Was like, holy shit. We've been busting our ass so hard to get our player count up and get our population up, and it's been beautiful and it's been going great and things have been great. And now this is gonna, remember all the DDoS shit last year and we were losing pop like crazy and we finally built it back up from that. And then suddenly this happened and we're like, yeah, there you go, Trigger. And suddenly it's like, holy fuck, all the work we did trying to recover from those DDoSes last year. And it just got ruined by this. So the big shout out there is to the player base because you guys stuck with us through all that shit. All that bullshit you guys stuck through and stuck by our sides. You didn't complain. you were like, hey, whatever it is, it's all good. We'll wait right here, and you guys let us get everything fixed and let us get everything running smoothly for you. And just that was probably the coolest I've ever seen our player base be to the admin team. You guys were so cool with it. You guys let us go through all that shit. So thank you. Moving on. Tons of new players. Be sure to treat them well. Seeing a lot of very helpful and friendly folks. Population is soaring thanks to the community and the kindness. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but things have been picking up. Like I said, last year those DDoSes, yeah, Peanut helped. Last year those DDoSes fucking obliterated our population. For those who haven't been around that long, last year there was like 3 months of these data centers getting DDoSed all over the world. It wasn't just Rust. I mean, it was like full-on companies and everything, not just Rust. But we used to be at a queue all the time. Like our servers were always at queue and stuff. We were really full, and then the DDoS attacks, man, just obliterated our population. Absolutely obliterated us. And it took us all this time to get, yeah, smart bulbs. Exactly. It took us all this time to get built back up to a nice high population. Yeah, the Peanut definitely helped. So man, tons of new people right now. It's great. We're loving it. We're shitting bricks. 5 weeks into a force wipe, and we wake up in the morning and there's fucking 80 people on. I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy. So awesome. Welcome to all the new players. We are very happy to see you guys here. Give it some time. Zombieland is hard at first. Once you get over that little hump, you're going to love it here, and you're going to be stuck here for the rest of your lives. You're going to be regretting your life choices. Like, why the fuck did I get addicted to this server? I promise you, you're going to love it. And big shout out, even some players that like I haven't even got along with most of our history. I've noticed they've really stepped up and been cool. I've seen a lot of players, a lot of veterans just getting out there and teaching these new people what to do and how to do it, and rescuing them and helping them with shit and walking them through shit. So that is fucking cool, man. There is nothing that makes us happier than to see the players kind of picking up the reins instead of just waiting for the admins to answer everything and teach everything. It's really cool. So I appreciate that. Holy shit, is that the real number trigger?
That's just greets.
That's for April?
That's
For the force wipe?
Since force wipe, yeah.
So most of you know that our admin team, our top duty that we do is to greet new players. I know it sounds corny, but I think it works. I think it's a brilliant thing to do. And from all the surveys we've ever taken, most people always remember when they were greeted by an admin. Like that was just the coolest thing to them. I mean, listen, hell, I was a Rust player before I started these servers, and I never even saw a fucking admin or heard from an admin in my whole time playing Rust. So we really, really, really think that greets are the most important thing we do here. Let me just click back to what Trigger just sent me. Because god damn, that's a big number.
I can't wait to see the number of new players on our server.
Right. So we track the greets. And because we audit them too to make sure admins aren't like lying and not greeting somebody and saying they did. This force wipe, our admins have greeted 1,537 players. Physically have put their feet on the ground, come out of Vanish, and said hello and welcomed 1,537 people just in April. That is insane. That is it. For those who've ever been admin before here, we require our admins to get 30 greets in a month. 30. That's it. One a day. And you could easily do 30 in one day. It's not that hard. So they did 1,537. And keep in mind, this is the lowest staffed we've ever been in our history. We typically run 15 to 20 admins. We're running like 4 right now. So that is insane. So if I could clap through Discord, I'd be clapping right now. Huge shout out to the admin team for all them greets. That is literally what keeps players here. Love it. Good shit. God damn, I can't believe that number. That's insane. Who has the most? I don't know.
Oh, that's going to be Mountain Juice.
It's probably Mountain Juice. He always has the most.
Oh, yeah, Juice
477.
Holy shit. Well, shout out to Mountain Juice, man. 477. That's insane.
Yeah, I think I'm only at like 260 something.
You suck.
And fuck Call Me. He's lazy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, moving on. I got to rearrange these a little bit here. Damn, what order do I want to do those in? I'm gonna skip those 3 of mine real quick because those are more in depth, and that way players will most likely have questions and they can They can write those questions down in Notepad or something while I'm talking. Mountain Juice, you want me to do your note for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Mountain Juice said, with an influx of new players, please be sure to upgrade your base. If nothing else, just the foundations. A lot are coming in from PvP or just to troll and blow things up. This is especially important if you build close to town. Yeah, upgrade your bases. Twig can be destroyed on our servers. And I think there was a player on 3x just a little minute ago had his base messed up from being Twig. The other note you had, Juice, mentioned test gens. I've seen a lot of windmills. Yeah, holy shit. I mean, I know it's because of the new players, but like, hey, new players, if you guys are out there listening right now, don't use windmills. You don't need windmills. You don't need solar panels. Take your windmills, go trade them into town for the little batteries, and you can trade the batteries in for a test gen. Or you can just buy a test gen for 1,000 RP. It's not that expensive. Matter of fact, our veteran players are so trained on fuck windmills that if you just ask in chat, like, anybody got a test gen so I can take down these windmills, you'll probably get a free one. Like, these people, I've literally seen veteran players just going around. Like, I think Rocket Rebel, I've seen him doing it before, where, like, I'll buy you a test gen if you take down them fucking windmills. No, I'm not giving them away in kits because that's just going to encourage people to put more electrical and more industrial and more farms and shit. No, remember, all that shit still just go read Performance 101. You'll understand. All right, moving on. Help new players. This is the purpose of the monarchy system, which is still in development, by the way. The RAM issue and other things had me sidetracked for a while. Yeah, they did. So I guess I can combine that because I had a note up here to update you all on the status of the monarchy plugin. So I'll combine these together. So the first part of the note is help new players. Yeah, again, I've seen it a ton, but hey, you can always use more. There's obviously a lot of new players if we've greeted almost 1,600 of them this month. So please get out there and help them. The number one reason we lose players, and the number one reason we're not at a full queue every day of the week with that many people coming through here, is because people usually come or go within like the first couple hours of playing here. First couple hours, they start getting mauled by a horde, or they can't figure out where to get quests, or they can't figure out how to get RP quick enough, they can't figure out how to do this and that, they quit. Hold on a second. If they make it over that little hump of, like, the first couple hours or so, then they usually stick around forever. Hold on. So if the key here is sorry, I have a lot of people coming and going to my house right now. They're driving me crazy. No, that was not Bailey. That's the problem. Somebody else's dog. Jesus Christ. Now it's Bailey whining because he heard the other dog. Anyway, if we can just get these new players past the first couple hours. I mean, every new player in this channel right now can probably vouch for what I'm saying. The first couple hours here is intimidating as fuck. It's hard. It's difficult. It's confusing. And most people are like, yeah, fuck this shit, and they quit. If we can just help get these new players over that hump to where they get their feet under them and they feel comfortable, then they actually fucking love it here and they never leave. So what we need is for the veteran players to step up and do that, which leads me into the Monarchy plugin. That is literally the reason for the Monarchy plugin. The Monarchy plugin was not some scheme to try to sell Amway and Mary Kay and get yourself some free XP. The Monarchy system was a way for you to take someone under your wing and teach them how to play here and how to have a good time and blah, blah, blah. And you get bonus XP as a bonus for doing so. So that is literally what it's for. Anyway, I have not quit development on the Monarchy thing. I do have some of the perks working already on the test server, and I will be pushing them soon. Now that the whole 3x destroyed me this month. There was so much going on with this whole RAM thing and all that shit. I didn't get much time to work on other stuff. And then when I did, I was just like, ugh. So the Monarchy thing is not done being developed. I definitely am getting them perks out to you guys soon. Just wanted to update you on that. Moving on. Sorry, I'm making sure I have no other notes down here. Okay. Good news is I only got a couple left. Legendary crafting and legendary recycling. I'm going to combine these into one note or one discussion there. Legendary crafting obviously is live on all servers now. Still technically in like a beta test, I guess you could say, but from what I've seen, it's working pretty damn good. Legendary recycling. Obviously, I made some changes today in the update log. You can now recycle your legendary components for a random amount of scrap. Well, it's not really random, but the scrap is based off of the rarity of the legendary component you're recycling. So if you recycle, some badass legendary component, you're going to get more arcane scrap in return. If you recycle a fishing lure or some shit like that, you're probably going to get less arcane scrap in return. But hey, it still ended up better than the suggestion. The suggestion was just to give one, no matter what. So that is implemented and should be live as of like, no, you're not getting instant craft. You already have instant craft. It's a skill. Go up the skill and you'll have instant craft. That's live right now already, the legendary recycling. And it should be working good. There was a little bug there, but I fixed it already. There was something else I had to mention with legendary recycling. Oh, the other update log thing I posted. So the system's been working, but I was real conservative with it when I implemented it because I didn't want it to go too extreme, and then everybody complains, and then you know how it goes. And Neff would open like 9 tickets, like I did the min-max calculations and I should have got this and that. And I'm like, oh, so I went real conservative with it. I didn't want to get blown up with people, doing like equations on a giant chalkboard on their wall and coming back to me and saying it didn't go exactly like it should. So
Some of us like that, okay?
yeah, I know exactly. So I didn't want the min-maxers screaming at me. But so I went back into the code today and pushed a little harder on it. So the legendary recycling, you should see that swaying itself more obviously, I guess would be the correct word there. For those who don't know how that works. So basically, without like telling you the exact equation, because I don't want people min-maxing it, when you recycle either enchantment kit, well, enchantment kit's just going to give you arcane scrap, but when you recycle enchanted items or legendary items, the component you get in return is influenced completely, well, not completely, because there always is going to be a little RNG chance in there, but is influenced by what it was. And the reason I'm stumbling, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without giving away numbers or equations, because then people start trying to min-max shit. Let's just say that every enchantment has a rarity built into it in the config, right? In the actual configuration for the enchantment plugin. So what I do is when legendary crafting, recycling, whatever plugin loads, it actually reads that config file and stores those rarities per enchantment, right? So it knows, I'm just going to make up numbers. That'll make it so much easier to explain. I'm going to make up numbers. These are not the real numbers. So Neff, don't write these down and try to min-max them. They're not real. So let's say Vampiric is rarity 10. You know what the rarity is, like the lower a number is, the more rare it is, right? So let's say Vampiric was 10. Well, if you go to recycle, it knows that. So when you go to recycle something, or you go to recycle something with Vampiric on it, it takes, I think it's like 60%. I can't remember what I did with the code. I'd have to go look at it. I think it's like 60% of it is what the enchantment is. Like 30% of it is, or maybe 25% of it or something like that is the potency of the enchantment. And then like 15% of it is the item that it's on. So, and you can spin that however you want and think about that. And it's also the number of enchantments. So let's say you had Vampiric on burlap fucking gloves, but then you also, let's say then you had Thrifty on a fucking, salvage pickaxe or something. You get what I'm saying? Like it takes into account what the item is. So Rust items have a rarity built into them. And then obviously my enchantments have a rarity in the config. And so it just does a bunch of math with that. It's like a scale. So, and then on top of that, there's also a 10%, I call it wobble. Don't ask me why I came up with the name for that in my code, but I call it wobble. But the wobble factor is 10%, meaning it's always going to wiggle up or down 10%, basically. In other words, you can't recycle a Vampiric M249 every single time and always get the same thing, because there's always like a 10% wobble in there. And on top of that, like I said, the potency matters too. How much it is. A 2% Vampiric will give you a hell of a lot better, or a hell of a lot worse than like a 5% Vampiric would. On top of that, if you had a vampiric on a bone dagger, but then you had, something like heli damage on an M249, and it was a high heli damage, well, the M249 with heli damage might actually give you better results than the vampiric, because the vampiric was low and it was on a bone dagger, which nobody gives a fuck about. So it takes all those things into account: the item, the number of enchantments, the potency of the enchantments, and the rarity of the enchantments. And all those things go into this big algorithm, and that's how it spits out what kind of comp you get back. So in other words, the better the shit, the better the comps you're going to get back. That's always been working, but I said I did it real conservatively, where it's like a weight system. So I basically put my finger on the scale more and increased the weight more. That just went live like an hour ago. So let me know how that works out. You should, again, there's always randomness. You can still get shit ones from good ones and whatever, and you can still get good ones from shit ones. But you should see a little bit more of a sway now. Where like, okay, I just recycled a badass M249 with some really cool enchantments on it. You should see better rarity comps. And then vice versa. You recycle garbage, you should pretty much see garbage comps. So that's live right now. And hopefully that was a good explanation. I know I sounded like a big pile of fucking, I sounded like somebody threw a Scrabble down the fucking stairs and just however the letters landed, but I tried my best. Moving on. I think this is my last note. Yeah, it is my last note. All right. Wraith MMR. Save your questions for the Q&A too, because I know a bunch of people are going to start typing now. So, Wraith MMR starts at 1,000. By the way, MMR is going to go live on ForceWipe for real, like no longer a test. I will reset it to season 1 again. We are going to have seasons. Every ForceWipe will be a new season with MMR for the Wraith. I'm hoping to have this implemented before the end of this month, which means it would be live for the first season. I'm hoping, so I don't see why I couldn't have this done, so it should be good. I'm going to make like a rank, kind of like top voter and top donor, which are the highest rank perks we have. And with that rank, one thing about doing is whoever has the highest MMR at the end of the force wipe will get that rank for the entire next force wipe, which is huge, by the way. That would be every perk we offer and then some, because, Vet Gold is pretty much what everybody, or not Vet Gold, but just veteran in period. Veterans, what everybody usually aspires for. Well, top voter and top donor actually have higher perks than vet. So the Wraith title that I'm going to do is going to be literally the highest perk package we have. So if you've always been like, damn it, I've never got to be top voter, or I've never got to be this and that, well, there's your chance there if you're good at the Wraith, because the top, and you're going to have a custom title, a rank title, just like everybody else. Probably just be Wraith or something like that. I'm not sure, but anyway, so that's what we're going to do there. MMR, Cole gets more shit, right? Cole's a fucking Bobo badass.
That's gonna be per server, right?
Yes, per server. And I'm about to choke. The MMR. So anyway, let me explain the MMR. MMR starts at 1,000 for everybody. The bare minimum it can go to is 500. If you're at 500 MMR, you are literally as low as you can go. There is no actual cap to how high it can go. That's how we can have a top person. But there is a cap how high it can go to where it affects anything. So once you hit 2,500 MMR with the Wraith, you're no longer like, if you hit 2,600 or 2,700, 28, you're not affecting it any more than you were at 2,500. 2,500 is the soft cap. That's the point at which it doesn't affect the fight anymore. It's more of a score from that point forward. When your team beats the Wraith, you gain MMR. When you guys lose, you lose MMR. You can never lose as much as you can gain. I think the ratio is 40 to 60%. In other words, a loss, you can only lose 40%. The cap of how much you can lose is 40% of what the cap is of how much you can gain in a fight. There's only a certain amount you can gain in a fight. And you can't lose as much as you can gain. What you do contributes to how much MMR you gain during that fight. So even if you win, some people may get more MMR than you got during the fight, or you may get some more than other people got, because it depends on what you do. It's kind of like your score. Getting headshots, doing a lot of damage, reviving teammates, looting kits, doing all kinds of shit contributes to your MMR. It's all performance based. And other things too. Accuracy, are you missing a lot? Or are you hitting a lot? Are you dying a fuck? Survivability is also part of your MMR. You know, are you feeding the Wraith by dying a fuck ton? You may not get much MMR at all, even if you win. So every single bit of that contributes to your MMR. When the fight is done, you'll get your MMR. You can always type /MMR at any time to see what yours is. You can type /MMR space top to see the top 10 MMR holders on your server at the time. I actually plan on implementing all kinds of other cool things with it. This is a brand new system that we just started last month and have been testing for the last month. I will say right now, the Wraith does scale with MMR, obviously. Yes, he can actually be easier with low MMR, and he can be much harder with high MMR. And let's get into that topic. I'm sure a lot of you in the channel are like, yeah, get into that one, you motherfucker, especially after yesterday. First of all, he can never scale down. And what I mean by down is once the fight is started, he will never go down. In other words, you can't start the fight with a bunch of, mid-range or high MMR people and, tier 1, tier 4, or tier 5, tier 6, stage 7, whatever. And then it's like, okay, cool. Let's bring a bunch of low MMR people in here now so he'll scale back down again and we can beat the final stages. It doesn't happen that way. When he ratchets up, it's a ratchet effect. When you ratchet something, it only goes one direction. So if you keep ratcheting him up, he's not going to ratchet back down. So keep that in mind. I did put like a grace period in there. So when the fight first starts, he calculates MMR for the team. And when I say team, it's just the list of participants that you see, whoever's participating. But what I did was I put a grace period in there because as we all know, the fight never starts smoothly. Half the team could be shooting him. The other half the team could still be running their asses over there. The other half could be like, hold on, I forgot something, whatever. And next thing you know, he's on stage 2 or 3 already, and half the team ain't even got there yet. So I did put a grace period in there where like the first couple stages, he kind of just lets you guys ride it out and see what happens before he really, really starts ratcheting himself according to your MMR. So, stage 1, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter who's shooting him. Stage 2 is going to start to matter a little bit. Stage 3 is definitely going to fucking matter. And what 3X people learned last night was there is anti-exploit logic in there. What that anti-exploit logic is that you can't start the fight, and you can't, basically it was put in there to prevent this. Hey, let's all start the fight with these 1,000 MMR people, and then when we get to like stage 8 or so, let's bring in the big dogs that are like 2,000 plus MMR to finish the fight, but keep them out of the fight for the majority of it so he doesn't ratchet up too high. That's a bad move because I know the thought process is, well, at least then he's only ratcheted up for a couple stages when we bring the high guys in at the end there. That's not how it's going to work because that's cheating. You would be better off having those high MMR people throughout the entire fight than you would be bringing them in late, because what happens is every stage, the amount that your MMR is going to affect the group by you joining the fight, every stage that gets incremented exponentially. In other words, I'm going to just pop Trigger as the person I'm going to use here. Let's say Trigger has 2,500 MMR and me and Chappie and everybody else, we got like 1,000 or 1,200, whatever. So we're fighting. We're fighting. If Trigger joins us at stage 3, his MMR is going to jack the Wraith up a little bit. The Wraith's going to get stronger for sure. And him waiting till stage 3 actually will get him a little bit more strength boost than he would have gotten if he would have just started from the beginning with us. But it gets exponentially worse. If he waits till stage 6 to join in with his 2,500 MMR, the Wraith is going to just ratchet the shit out of himself. I mean, because what he's trying to do, he's trying to make up for all the missed stages. Oh, you want to skip stages 1 through 6? Well, I got something for you, buddy. I'm going to ratchet up even higher to make up for those stages. If he waits till stage 8, it's going to be insane. Like you don't want to do that. And again, the purpose here is you're not going to play the system and you're not going to cheese the system by waiting until the end of the fight to bring the big dogs in, so that you get 8 stages of easy Wraith and then only 2 stages of hard Wraith. That's not how it works. So you don't want to wait to have someone join in late. It's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. It's gonna hurt. As I said earlier, the highest your MMR counts towards that ratcheting is 2,500. If your whole team has 2,500 plus, then you're just going to be fighting the maximum strength Wraith. In that, no, it doesn't suck. You know what? You say time zones are shit and whatever. It doesn't suck. It doesn't. You know what? The biggest thing I knew this was going to happen, and we're going to get into this for sure tonight. The biggest thing I hear from people is, oh, the Wraith, blah, blah, blah. We take days and days of planning and preparation and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you take days and days of planning and preparation, but you can't be there 15 minutes fucking earlier than you arrived. Like, you get what I'm getting at? Like, there's no way that you spend days and days preparing for something like, oh, but I can't make it at 8 o'clock. I have to be there at 8:20. No, that's bullshit. So if you can't make it on time, schedule it for a different fucking time. Because that system is definitely not changing. I am not, I knew this was going to happen. I'm not going to let somebody like, oh, let's skate through 8 stages of easy Wraith so that we can bring all the big guns in stage 9. That's not happening. Anyway, the highest that your MMR can affect his scaling is 2,500. Once you get to 2,500, you are fighting the maximum strength Wraith there is. The way the MMR scaling works in the background is every single one of the Wraith's statistics and the minions statistics, which means health, damage, aim accuracy, speed, all that shit, and cooldowns on his abilities. All those things, I have a minimum and I have a maximum that I have set in the config for this MMR stuff. And what that means is if your entire team, let's pretend you got a team of 10 players. If all 10 of y'all have a MMR of 500, then guess what? You're going to be fighting a Wraith and the minions that all are at the minimum of what I just said. Everything has a minimum and a maximum in the config. If your entire team, all 10 of you, have a MMR of like 2,500 or higher, you're going to be fighting a Wraith that has the maximum of all those stats that I said. If you guys start a Wraith fight on the first day of a force wipe, when everybody has 1,000 MMR, which is the baseline, you're going to be fighting a baseline Wraith, which is exactly what you've been fighting for months now. So he will scale up and down. The good news is, so let's do a scenario, and I'm trying to be quick. This is my last topic, by the way, so I am done after this. Let's do a scenario. A bunch of you guys log in on Legacy. I'm just going to pick on Legacy. You guys haven't fought the Wraith in forever. Y'all log in. Y'all fight the Wraith. This weekend coming up, right? And you get your ass kicked. 4 days in the force wipe. Even though you came in with 1,000 MMR, you got your ass kicked. You all lose some MMR. Now you're at 900 or something. You guys try again the next day. Now you lose again. Now you're at 748, and suddenly you come back the next day, and now the rate's much easier because all y'all's MMRs have gone down and down. And you win, and now your MMRs go back up to like 8 something, and now he's a little harder, but he's still not even to the baseline yet, and it just goes and goes and goes, and it goes the other direction too. Let's say you're the people on 3x Premium that literally can beat the Wraith with their pinky finger somehow. I don't get what's going on there, but let's say you guys, they fight the Wraith and they beat him. They fight the Wraith and they beat him. They fight the Wraith and they beat him. Well, we can't have them beating the Wraith 30 times a month, every day, because they would it'd be insane. That's just not fair. They're not supposed to win all the time. Well, they're not going to win all the time because eventually their MMR is going to start climbing, getting to the 2,000s, and he's going to get really rough. I swear to God, my phone is going to kill me. Ask the guys on 3x Premium. They have the legendaries and the stats to do it right now because they've had all month to, fight him without the MMR system like that. But their MMR right now is so fucking high on 3x Premium. I'm thinking it's insane. I don't even know how you guys are fighting him like that. Like his shields must be down for literally 500 milliseconds. It's insane. So he definitely gets really hard, but he can also get easier. So I guess the main thing here to end this lecture is that you're not meant to win every Wraith fight. You are going to lose some now, but at least it's going to ratchet up or down to be more fluid and more fair and more organic. You're not going to just lose because, T's got it configured really hard because 3x Premium guys are beating the shit out of it. Or it's not going to be the opposite, where 3x people were like, T configured it too easy because Legacy was struggling, so he dumbed it down, and now it's too easy for us. No, it's all catered to you now, which means other players can start doing Wraith fights too, because other players can be like, I've never done it. I'm going to get my ass kicked a couple times, but at least it'll start ratcheting itself down and be easier and easier and easier until they finally get their feet under themselves and learn how to beat him. And then they'll start ratcheting back up again. It's a fluid scale. It can go up and down. And I think it's going to be really cool and really open up the door for a lot more people to start taking part in their own Wraith fights and run their own Wraith fights and not have to just rely on that one core group all the time and yada, yada, yada. So just keep that in mind. You are going to lose some. You're not going to win them all. That's the way it's designed. If you are winning them all, I'm doing something wrong. So that's the end of my Wraith lecture. Whew, whew, whew. All right.
Take
so
a
we're
breath,
good-
man. Take a breath.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna move to the Q&A now, huh?
Yeah. Give your voice a 10-second
Jesus
break
Christ,
to
I
get
gotta
some
take-
fucking
take
water.
me
or
a sip
something.
of water and throw my fucking phone out the window.
All
All right, you're gonna do
Wow.
the hands thing.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to open this up to Q&A. So please try and keep your answer or your questions to 1, maybe 2 max. Join the stage and then ask your question, get the response, or give us a good, you guys are doing great. We always love that. Or you guys are fucking assholes. We don't mind that either. And then when you're done, you get your answer, then please leave the stage and we'll open up to the next one.
So to do so, you gotta click the.
Yeah, there should be
Yeah.
something in the middle saying ask question. Oh, we already got some
You
in
know what we
line.
need to do one day? We need to flip the script and let the players host a thing, and we get to ask them questions.
Fuck yeah, let's do that.
That'd be
I have
great.
so many.
why do you like windmills?
Dude, you don't even want to have me in that meeting.
Just calling people out.
You guys are gonna want to ban me from that one because I have so many questions.
All right, we got a bunch in line already. So first one up is Sappers.
Yo, can we get more boom boxes?
More boom boxes.
Yeah, more boom boxes so we can listen to music. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh,
Hey, running a great thing you got going here, guys. Loving it. Don't really have a question. I am serious about the boom boxes. Would love to have more of them. But no, man, like the infamous Joe Dart said, life's a garden. Dig it, man. Keep on keeping on. Y'all doing a great job.
fuck yeah! I appreciate it, man.
Hashtag more boom boxes.
If you guys don't know, hey, throw your link in the channel here, Sappers. I'll let you throw your link in the meeting here. You got a bunch of people watching the meeting. Sappers streams.
I don't know.
He's got some pretty cool little content
Yeah.
he does. I even
Yeah,
follow
we got a
him.
little group here. You know, it's kind of we're all new. We're tadpoles in a large pond here. Still
They get
learning. So,
bugged so much.
dude, I tried to do electricity day for the first time, and Control Alt Delete helped me a little bit. So hats off to him.
He's got a fun little stream. He's got a fun little group. He's a perfect example of what happens when when shit happens or drama erupts. Like everybody just calm down and let's just talk because we can all be friends here. And that's exactly where we're at now. Like he's a cool dude. I enjoy having him here. I actually follow his stream myself even. So give him a follow if you can.
Oh, there it is. Call me. Put it in.
There you go. He's got some cool shit.
Yeah.
For it, Sappers.
And I will not call you Poppy.
Nobody
No,
knows.
call me. No, I have to. He's my actual father. Him and
You have to-
so I
you have to
appreciate it.
call
Thank
him,
you. Thank you.
You have to do it with a Hispanic accent. You'd be puppy.
Nah. Catch me on sipping on a Saturday or something like that. It's too early. All right, peace out.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
Appreciate
guys.
the comments, dude.
Oi, Poppy.
Oh dear God.
I had to ask the boombox question. I would need more boomboxes.
I don't know
Yo,
how
what's
to
up,
take that to the
Purgatory?
channel.
Thank you. Wait, do I have to wave my hand out of here?
Somebody kick his.
Yeah, I kicked
there
him.
we go.
All right, moving on to Micah813.
Hello.
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 Hey,
I
I got
love the picture of the pup.
two questions. So, I took a few maps break. Did you guys remove the titles system?
Oh, the stats plugin. Yeah, the stats plugin is off. It was causing some major issues with that whole right thread main thread stall thing I was talking about before.
Gotcha.
It may
Okay.
come back. I'm not sure yet. I may
Alright.
work on an easier way to do titles because that stats plugin really limits a lot of what else we can do because it monitors like 37 oxide hooks, which is insane. So
Gotcha. Okay, and then I have one more. So, for the legendary scrap and stuff, so is it depending on how many enchants are applied to an item, or what the total percent is?
no, both. The potency of
Okay.
each one and how many. So if you have 3 enchants on burlap shoes, but then you have one shitty enchant on an M249, well, the burlap shoes might give you a better return.
I was gonna say I've low rolled Vamp I think 4 times this map, so I'm
Holy
I was
shit!
just kind of wondering about that.
Now, see, if I had that, what I would do is if I had it multiple ones and I wanted to get rid of it, I would stack maybe your main weapon's already maxed out on Vamp or whatever. I would stack that shit up on something good like a 249 and then recycle that, and you'd probably get a pretty good return on that.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you so much.
The dog's cute as fuck.
Good questions. Yeah, I love the picture.
Thank you. All right,
I appreciate it.
how do I get out of here?
Oh,
Leave the stage.
I can move you. All right, next up. Oh God, it's Arctic Freeze on a phone.
here we go.
Here we go. What up, Freeze?
I'm here.
Yay!
What up?
All right. I don't have much for you guys.
Yeah, mom pics.
You fucking wish.
Wait, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful.
Question-
Pops is in the audience right now.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, he is. He's probably listening. In one of my suggestion threads, I knew I put up a lot, but it wasn't touched on by you at all. Would it be possible to have a channel in the Discord that showcases people's component and or legendary drops in the chat, so people could like follow along and react to, like say like someone from monthly drops the enforcer or something like that, or crafts the enforcer. We can monitor that and react and like ping them and maybe be like, "You lucky bastard," that kind of thing.
So you mean like when somebody crafts one or loots one?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably do that. Just is that in suggestions already?
Yeah, it should be a part of my legendary suggestion thread.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it's like the
There's
last
some
thing I
suggestions. So the good news is if I don't X your suggestion, that means I'm not saying no. Sometimes suggestions are huge, or sometimes they're complex, and sometimes I'm like, that's not a bad idea. Let me come revisit that later when I'm not so busy. So if I haven't X'd it, that means it's. I guarantee I've looked at them. That just means I have not said no yet. I'm gonna look into them more, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you already increased vanilla costs for the vanilla resources for crafting. It was part of that same suggestion thread. We just hadn't talked about that in the suggestion itself.
Yeah, but that should be doable.
Because I really want to dog on people when I drop another gun drop buttons from a horde zombie. So
Cool. Yeah, that shouldn't
wanna show it
be
off.
too hard.
sweet. That's all I got.
All right, appreciate it, man. Good to see you too, bud. For those who don't know, Arctic's been here for like 5 fucking years at least. Good dude.
Oh
Right?
yeah, way too long.
Long time, man.
No, not
I
long
feel like
enough.
I've watched you grow up, dude. Like,
I was barely 21 when I started playing.
that's pretty fucking young.
Nice. Appreciate you, man. Next up, Shorzy.
Hello, this is Shorzy.
What
I was wondering, with the enchantments, with given the dungeons, I was wondering if you would consider having a higher drop rate
Nope.
with raids, because I feel like 1 in 3 is pretty harsh.
1 in 3 what?
Like I don't know, with raids, I feel like the enchantment drop is fairly low.
In raids?
Yes, in raids.
Well, then that just means the dungeon one is too high.
Okay, well, you could say the dungeon one is too high, but I feel like with legendary crafting, it's nice to be able to have the option of having them. But I just feel like, given that raids take, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever it is, it would be nice to, maybe for the higher level ones, to have a higher drop rate of scrolls.
Yeah, I'm definitely not increasing how much enchantments drop. They're way
Okay.
too many right now.
That's fair.
Definitely not. Sorry, man. Goes along with what you said earlier in the chat.
Okay, that's fine.
He says no to everything. But yeah, absolutely not. Matter of fact, and if you're getting through dungeons that quickly, then I probably just need to make dungeons harder.
Well, the dungeon cap
You
is
compared it to
1
raids. I'm
hour.
saying you compared it to raids. I'm saying so if the dungeon tiers are much easier than the equivalent tier of a raid, then I need to make the dungeons harder. And if dungeons are being used as like some kind of scroll farm, they're never meant to be. I just put scrolls into their loot tables as just like, hey, you got a possibility of finding a scroll here. And suddenly I
Okay.
see people all the time saying, well, I didn't get enough scrolls on that run. Like, what's enough? Because there's no guarantee you're going to get any.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so they're not meant to be like scroll farms.
No, that is, and I have noticed that dungeons have had less scroll drops, but
According to what people are saying in chat here, they have a lot more scroll drops.
well, either way.
Like Arctic just said, dungeon tier, hard to nightmare scrolls, 2 to 6 per dungeon.
Yeah,
That's
2 to
insane.
6. That sounds
So,
about right.
when I-
That sounds
when I-
about right.
When I designed the dungeons loot tables, then definitely the loot tables are broken because when I designed the
Oh,
dungeon
yeah.
loot tables, you were supposed to only get maybe one if you were lucky.
Back in the day, you used to get
No,
like
I knew it was
8
broke
to
back then. I'm
10.
talking about now
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
If you
That's
even
fair.
get if you
That's
get
fair.
one scroll out of a dungeon, you're actually pretty lucky. You at least by design. So if you're getting 2 to 6, it's way fucking higher than it was intended to be.
Okay, that fair enough.
And I'm not trying to be a dick. They're just
I've done them and I never got a fucking
Yeah,
score.
I'm not trying to be a dick either. They're just supposed to be extremely rare. The problem is like the player base in general has come to the assumption that like we're all supposed to have enchanted items from head to toe, and we're all supposed. When you guys convinced me, I don't know if you were around back then. I think Shorzy, when you guys convinced me a long time ago to put this enchanting plugin on, and I even said at the time, yeah, I even said at the time like this is literally the same thing as skills, except now it's going to be on items, and skills is the hardest hitting, hammering us plugin that we have. I don't want to do this, and you guys convinced me to do it anyway. And I said when I did it at the time that I'll include enchanting. This reminds me of the whole auto loot sorter thing because I always make agreements with players and they never stick to them. But when I installed enchanting, I said I'll do this. I'll put this plugin on, but the rarity of these things is supposed to be so rare that maybe some Uber Chad could have a whole like kit of enchanted gear by the end of a force wipe, maybe. And now it's like everybody's like, if I can't have a full gear enchanted, I can't even play. It's like what? So they're not as rare as they were intended to be right now.
Terminus when you did the thing with for Christmas. It was maybe in 2020.
Yeah.
Where with the electronical base stuff like that. Anyway.
It was a long time ago. But again, the point being is enchantments were supposed to be super, super fucking rare. Where like you got one, you showed it off. Like, holy shit, guys, look what I found. And everybody's like, whoa, how'd you get that? Like now it's like, well, if I don't have fucking 6 of them, every time I do a dungeon, it's not good enough. Like that's way too common. Way too common. So I'm not saying I'm gonna nerf it anymore because then I gotta hear everybody bitch, but it's definitely it's easily 10 times as common as I planned on them being in the first place when we agreed to install this plugin.
Fair enough. That's fine.
It's all good though.
That's the end of my questions.
Okay.
Perfect.
Arctic, you were
Appreciate you sticking around.
Also, I'm American.
We will convert you.
I don't know why that mattered, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from either, but it's all good. We appreciate you either way.
All right, so moving on. Just click to leave the stage there when you get a second. Sorry, my phone's about to go off.
I don't sound American? I'm pretty sure I'm American.
All right, next one is Pinky.
He sounds American to me.
T. Chappie Mountain.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
What up?
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to jump in and say thank you again. I've been playing on your server for about, 3 or 4 years. And it's actually very interesting. I pop in these meetings every once in a blue moon to listen, not raise my hand all the time. And it's almost like deja vu. I swear to God, it's beautiful being on the ride of these growing pains. I mean, I can recall building restrictions lifted, then imposed, trying this plugin that just fucking destroys everything, and then going back to an old one. I was always a big fan of the stats plugin, but I get it. Shit's got to run. Anyway, I just want to say thank you. You guys are doing a fucking great job. Keep it up. Fuck us Rust players, man. You guys do you.
Hell yeah, I love it.
We like to do you.
Do it. I appreciate it, man.
Anyway,
Good to see you too.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine. I do actually have one question that I thought about when someone was speaking. Can you stack enchantments on an item?
Yeah, but they build up the potency of that specific enchantment. So you can have up to 3 enchantments on an item. And if you put multiple of the same one, it doesn't count. Ironically, the original plugin, it did count. So if you put like a vampiric, I only got 1%. You put another vampiric, that actually counted as a second enchantment back then, but I hacked the code. It doesn't do that now. It can stack, but there is like hard caps on most enchantments. So in other words, I think what someone out there has to know, what's vampiric, like 5% or something? Hard cap, 3%? It should be 3. It's 10. Holy shit! I need to nerf
It's
that.
up.
So as long as it doesn't
Each
add
one
up
is
to
up
more
5
than
or
the
something.
max.
Well, once it gets more than the max, it ignores what you got above the max. Now that's
All
what
right.
that's where legendaries come in. Legendaries, I coded them to ignore maxes. I was just
Why?
saying, yeah, it better not be 10. I'm gonna be nerfing the shit out of that.
Anyway, guys, thank you. Keep up the great work. Go on to the next one.
I appreciate it, man. It's good to see
Appreciate
you,
it,
bud.
man. Next one up is Meow.
Yeah, Target knows what's up. Don't be telling me fucking real. Just like Shorzy with this fucking enchantment rarity thing. Like, you better be careful what you tell me, because I want to fucking nerf shit. Sometimes it's better just to leave things quiet. Don't tell them we're
Yeah.
getting 10% vampiric.
Sent you an invite.
Who?
Meow.
Oh, I forgot I have to accept it. Sorry.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
we got you.
All right. So it works, right? Because I cannot see myself lighting up on the left.
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So it's a pretty quick question. I've been putting a lot of stuff for sale on the market, and I've noticed that the very next day, usually all of it is gone. Like, literally everything is gone. And then I'll put more stuff on the market, and then it's gone again. So the question is someone is just cleaning it up every single day, or actually someone actually buying it? And if you
It
can
sure
take
sounds
a
like the
look and
admin.
see.
It says definitely not the admin, so somebody's got to be buying that stuff.
And is there a way for you to actually see that someone's actually buying and it's not a glitch, some kind of glitch where it just disappears?
I mean, are you getting your RP or whatever?
I never really paid attention to that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, definitely shouldn't be a glitch. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be getting bought up. We have nothing that purges that kind. I mean, obviously we purge that stuff on wipe, but yeah, we don't purge that stuff. We don't mess with that stuff, and I've never heard of somebody not getting their money. So
Yeah,
Probably usually
I'll
do
try to pay
yourself.
attention.
yeah, maybe do an experiment or something. I guess write down your RP and put stuff for sale, log
Yeah.
out, and see what it is the next day. I guess.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Yep.
Have
Next.
a wonderful evening.
You too. All right, next up, PV Poop.
Hey, everybody.
What up?
I just kind of wanted to come on here and remind everybody about the video thing. We're starting like a social media video, I guess, run here. I'm going to, 1 second here.
Jesus Christ.
So the clip submissions there, if you submit any clip whatsoever, I'm not actually, if you've seen, there's 4 videos up now. I'm not actually putting, I'm not touching these videos at all. This is all an automated thing. So as long as you put your video clip in the clip submissions there, it'll eventually be included in some kind of video. I can only take, though, it's a very important, I can only take Steam recordings. First of all, I went back through the clip submissions and the all the metal recordings, the metal.tv or whatever it is. They've all expired. They're not even there anymore. So if you're going to upload it, please upload it as Steam recording. It makes it so easy. Just it's all automated. I don't
Or
have
just
to
a
touch
hard
it.
file.
Yeah, that'll work too. As long as I can get it into a folder on my computer, it'll just automatically spit a video out every day. I'm running out of footage already. I thought I had like at least a few weeks, but I give it like another week and I'm out. So I'm actually going to hop on too and just screen record and just people doing stuff. But
I can give you some
that's-
demos, by the way, if you want.
the demos are more complicated. Like this is just going into an editor, like an actual editor, and then
No,
it's
man.
just
You said you're gonna just go around and record people doing stuff. You just take a demo, you just go around and record people doing stuff, and then at least you have full control over what's happening.
yeah, true. I do have all the demos, by the way.
Yeah, because I thought I gave them to you before, but because then you could go like into a Wraith fight, or you can just go watch other things, even, but whatever. But you could literally just, that's when I get clips out of the demos, like even the video I made, I had to get stuff out of demos. All the stuff came out of a demo. But I just open up like my OBS or whatever on the side and just go in the demo to where I want to go and then start recording.
Yeah, that'll probably be coming up eventually. I just, for this specific thing, I wanted it to be fully automatic. I didn't have to touch it.
Yeah.
Just so we can get content out there. So you'll see the videos. Some of them are like, some of the shots are kind of sketchy. I would never put them in, but they're there. Whatever, it's content. It gets the website out, and people will see it. So those 4 videos alone are already at 3,000 views, as well as T's video alone is at 3,000 views. So we're getting stuff out there. It's working. So keep up the good work, everybody.
And thanks for that, by the way. Poop's just trying to do some of this on his own, and nobody asked him to do it. Nobody's giving him anything for it. He's just fucking doing it. So I know he spends most of his time just trolling around in Discord, and everybody's like, "Do you even play Rust?" But at least he's trying to help. So give him some credit there.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
Speaking of video,
You too, man. Appreciate it.
oh yeah, there's my video.
Next one up is OG Chroma.
You gotta kick Poop the fuck out of here. Get him out of here. Get that ass out of here. There we go. Get him out of here.
Oh, sorry, Papa. Don't accept that yet. I prematured. Oh, I lost Chroma.
Premature population.
Typical trigger.
All right, there's Chroma.
Thanks. Apparently, I accidentally hit enter on my keypad, and it just got rid of the invite.
Nice.
So hello. I'm quite new to the server. This is my first wipe, not even like whole force wipe, but first wipe.
Welcome to Zombieland.
Fuck yeah.
Been having a blast.
Hell yeah.
Really, really fun time. But I did have some questions. I think I had asked one of the admins in game, but they weren't sure either. Horticulture. How do you actually unlock it? Because it says it requires a quality crafter.
Yeah, the fucking text keeps getting reverted. So this jackass that made that one plugin, like, long story short, he didn't code it correctly, and it keeps reverting itself to the wrong fucking name. It's annoying as hell. In the crafting tree, the alt. Get the alt in the crafting tree.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
it'll unlock. Yeah, it'll unlock that tree. I'm sorry about that. That's me hacking someone else's plugin and putting my own shit in there, and then his plugin wants to keep fucking fighting it.
Right. Yeah, no, because I was just looking around a bunch. And I'm like, is there information on this? Like, am I blind? Like, am I stupid? Right? But
You gotta let me know
that
which
makes
admin didn't
sense.
know that, so I can go beat them behind the scenes.
I forget their names.
Yeah,
to
that's
be
a likely
honest.
story. I'm just kidding.
When in doubt, it's Chappie.
Probably is. But yeah, and not to discredit the question, but if you ask in chat, especially when there's like some veteran players on during prime time, and I guarantee you most of the veterans would have known that. Matter of fact, I couldn't even think of the name off the top of my head, and I saw it in chat. One of the veterans answered for me, so that definitely
I
would
had a
help you
few
out.
people not know either. I guess I was just on at the wrong time.
Yeah, it just depends on the time and who's listening.
I think a lot of people just don't go into the horticulture tree because it's just purely cosmetic and it's not a high enough priority over like vampiric and a lot of other things for people.
Gotcha.
But the horticulture's a lot of fun if you just want to make it, just a little bit of cosmetics to your base, a little cutesy.
If you want to
fun
add
things.
goofiness, ask Nint. He knows all about it.
I didn't even know what it was. I was just trying to experiment with different skill trees to, like I said, first wipe on. So I don't know what's what, to be honest. But
Absolutely amazing thing to go into. Largely
I added
underrated.
I added cannons to it recently. Those are pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, what other questions you got, bud?
The second question I had was, for actually, I think it was already answered. It was to do with the enchantments. The scrolls, that's the main source, or like the only source other than I think you guys have the buy random enchantment on the store as well.
No, you can get them from quests.
Oh, that's what I mean, like quests.
You can also
store,
get them,
like
you can also get them from a skill. One of you veterans is gonna have to tell me the name. I forget it already. But there's a skill that increases your chance to finding enchanted items when you're Diamond in the Rough. There you go. When you're hitting barrels and crates and shit too, you can get them from there. You can get them from zombies. You can get them in raids too, can't you?
Yeah, you also get them from voting when you hit a key point.
Yep, you get them from voting. Which, by the way, real quick, I'm gonna pause you since we got 74 people in here. A lot of them are new. If you vote every day, you get not only do you get other things, but you get a free skill point every single day of the week that you vote. like free skill point every day. There's no purpose not to do it. It takes 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And
I've
then every
been doing
5
that
votes, you get
all
like
the
an
time.
enchantment kit and other stuff too. You get all kinds of shit. So, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your questions with all that. But
No, that's that answer was perfect. I think that might be everything for me.
Perfect. Well, welcome to Zlymula, man. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, there's a couple of us, two of my buddies, and we have another buddy that hops on once in a while. We've been playing. It's been really good.
fucking
Nice.
love
What
to
server
hear
are
it,
you
man.
playing on?
What server you on?
Oh, we're on Legacy.
Legacy. Nice.
Nice.
So you probably got greeted by Mountain Juice then?
Who?
Mountain Juice?
I
He's one of the older admins here. Talks with a gruff.
I don't. I can't say I did.
No,
One
no
of the
admin
older
greeted you?
admin.
No admin
Nope.
greeted you?
I
I'm
don't
taking
remember,
credit.
to be honest. Maybe
Oh.
someone did. I don't
You
know.
guys missed one. You guys missed one.
Okay. I mean,
Alright,
we're at
man.
like what 1,500.
Yeah, you know what? That could have been 1,501. Damn it.
Well, appreciate your questions, man. Like we
Yeah,
always tell
thank you
people, or
so
like
much.
I always tell people when I greet somebody, if you do have questions, don't be afraid to ask in chat. Our vet crew and vet players love answering questions.
Well, I'll definitely keep them on their toes then whenever I have something come up.
Nice. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too,
You too.
bud. Nice talking to you.
You too.
All right, next up, Sappers.
You said Mountain Juice was terrifying? How's he terrifying? He's like a cuddly old grandpa.
Man. Oh.
Yeah, but you wanted
no.
to touch him.
Hey, so for this meeting, there was a note that said prizes. Is T-Bird taking us in like a limo and doing like a pizza party after this or what?
You'll get prizes.
Like a
in.
pizza party. Like a pizza party, huh?
You missed it the other day. I came in there and flew a Chinook around with some players in it, just goofing off. Fun stuff.
Nah, but
But no,
pizza.
we're gonna break out the baby oil and all that stuff after the Q&A session.
Yeah. A pizza
little
party
baby
would be
oil
nice.
prize.
So. Pizza
party with feet pics.
Pizza party would be nice.
I'll take you on a
I'm
ride
being
on my
hassled
sea.
that time.
I'll take you on a ride on my sea, but you gotta embrace me.
Okay, yeah, we'll cradle you. I'll be
Hold
little
on tight.
spoon. Or big spoon.
It's
one
always
of
the
the
butt
two.
cam.
The butt cam, no, not the butt cam.
I had my camera out there today when I was out there, but I didn't post anything. Anyway,
Okay.
all right, let's move on to the next
Yeah.
question. Who we got?
Next.
Appreciate you. All right, Wingman 11.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Yo.
So, quick question. I know a month's out, but I was thinking ahead with this new update that.
Hold up. You like went totally quiet suddenly. You were really loud.
Hello?
There you go. Now you're better.
All right, cool. With these updates that came out recently with like Canvas and painting and all these, the artist update. And I was thinking if maybe you'll be willing to bring back the ability to upload images into like a canvas like we used to a long time ago.
Wait, to where? Like to the paintings and stuff? You can still do SIL. It still works.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I used to know how to then. All right. I need to figure that out then.
No, you're good. It hasn't gone nowhere though. It's there.
Cool.
I think Poop's right.
Yeah, I think it's behind VIP playtime rank. Just because we had like, believe it or not, the images you guys put on those SIL, like it actually doesn't compress them. It saves the whole image, and then every player in like an 8 grid radius has to load every single fucking image instantly when they come in the area. So that's why we have them limited a little bit, like with ranks, and you can only do so many, is because they hammer players. There was one time admins couldn't even nuke the base that had so many of them in there, and it was like crashing our computers. It was bad. So they're really heavy. Yeah, and new people like to post dicks and stuff, so we kind of limit it to playtime ranks.
Well, I was thinking more like for like Halloween. I know I'm months away, but like for Halloween, I have some ideas.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but during when we do our big Halloween haunted house build contest for the players and stuff, we can lift SIL limits and stuff for them too, let them do a little more so they can really decorate their haunted houses and shit. So.
Cool. Thanks.
That it? That's all you got?
That's all.
That's
I got.
it.
All right. Good to see you, man.
Appreciate you.
Take care. Alrighty.
That it? Anyone?
Next one up is Bright.
Oh shit.
Hey, yo, what's up?
What up, Bray?
I just wanted to say hi to all the people who remember me from back in the day. I just wanted to say, yeah, mainly hi. And
Good to see you again, man.
I'll be around here and there. I got the
There's Nam.
rest. I got the rest stop up in what is it, monthly?
Oh fuck
It's,
yeah, I forgot about that shit.
Yep, it's up. It's near town in M5.
Oh, that's good shit. And for those who don't know, Bray's been here a very fucking long time. He's probably been here longer than me. That's cool shit, man. I'm glad to see you back. Yeah, I called you. I think it was today. I called you out. I was like, Bray.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good to see you back, though, man.
Yep, that's it.
Cool. All right, appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming back.
Probably don't even look like the same fucking server anymore.
It's new.
Who we got next, Trigger?
Up next, Papa Ligma.
Oh Lord, there goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, like the Verizon guy said, can you hear me now?
Yep.
That's an old man joke. Just want to say thank you to all the guys and to T specifically. I plead the fifth. I came from premium and then forgot about all the stuff that I can and can't do on 3X. So yeah,
Oh.
as soon as you sent that screenshot, I'm like, my pumpkins are dead.
Oh, you could be talking about a giant farm base, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucker.
But no, I'll get that in wraps. But yeah, the two questions I had. So, and this is the first time I've encountered it, which is surprisingly because I'm pretty sure I've been here longer than my son has been on this earth. Had a sleeper because obviously, like we don't want to build crazy on day one. So I just built a like footprint, right? And got a sleeper laid on the foundation. Do y'all even mess with that, or do y'all just
Yeah.
say tough luck, kill him on PvP?
If you got a rando, yes. If it's your teammate or something, you're like, hey, my teammate can't log back in tonight, and I want them out of the way. No, we don't do that. We're not a fucking Uber. But for like a rando, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, is there like a time limit? Like if they've been there for like 3 days? Because I don't want to be an asshole and be like, they're in here 15 minutes. Like y'all have more things.
No,
important to
there's
worry
no.
about.
I mean, no offense. You put the ticket in. It's not like an emergency. Like if I'm driving down the road, I'm not going to turn around and come home for that. But at the same
right.
time, like it's okay if as long as you don't mind the ticket sitting for a minute, just leave it sit, and we'll handle it when we can. When somebody can get on and move them for you. We actually even have remote ways to do it, but it's much easier just to go in game and do it.
Right.
Yeah, there's no problem.
So, yeah, like I said, I've been here long enough. It's the first time I've ever had it happen. Like you'll get randoms come in your base and whatnot, but
Oh yeah,
that's
Yeah,
fine. They're
throw a
for the
ticket in.
most
We
part,
get them
respectful.
all the time.
The second thing is, and I know I probably already know the answer, but I know we're cleaning up, taking the stats thing out. Is there any possible future, and I will never ask this question again, that we will get the upgrade everything instantly plug-in back?
Oh hell no.
Fuck,
We
son
tried
of a
that.
dude. I tried, man.
You know why though, man? That was God. You remember those days? Like so.
Yes.
Basically, for those who don't know, the reason Twig is destroyable on our servers is actually my invention. The person who wrote the PVE plugin is Nivix, one of our developers. And I came to him years ago and asked for him to make it so Twig could be destroyable. And he said, "What the fuck? Why would you want that?" And I explained it to him, and he's like, "Oh, that's a very good reason." And it's the same reason we don't have the auto upgrade your base plugin, because both of those things used to be that way on our servers. And Ligma, you've probably been around long enough to remember this, is that the entire server would be covered with giant 400 by 400 10-storied Twig bases, because Twig upkeep is basically free. And people would just build these giant monstrosity bases knowing that on the very last day of the wipe, they could just type the command and upgrade the whole fucking thing and never have to pay upkeep. So absolutely not.
Yeah. Too bad you can't code it to where it like kicks in when PvP kicks in.
I would stomp one of my own, but that would eliminate the fucking purpose, because
Right.
they could just wait till the last day of wipe. And the problem being
Yeah.
too is the only thing we have right now that limits players' builds is upkeep. And even worse is we actually switched to the easy upkeep scale. Remember we used to use Face Punch's other type of upkeep where it was scaling.
Dude, it was painful.
Well,
And
we
I
need to
still
go back
built
to that
it.
shit, honestly, because people are building crazy now. But no matter what we do, they would all just build these giant bases knowing that they wouldn't have to pay the upkeep until the last day of wipe. So hell no. I would literally stomp my own nuts with a sledgehammer before I would put that plugin back on.
Dude, the day that Bush Wookie, the first day I met him, was the day that I met Menace and Sushi, and we were building the stupid clan letters in Stone outside. I think it was Meow's clan. I can't remember, but yeah, Bushwookie pops in, starts yelling at me, and I'm like, dude, I knew I was with the wrong crowd. But yeah, there's a reason for that, so I figured. Other than that, man, thank you guys for everything. I know y'all probably have more important things to worry about, but the fact that y'all give your time and attention to this is amazing. So thank you for that. It's a great community, and love you guys. And that's it.
Yeah, man. Love having
Appreciate
you around,
it.
dude. For those who don't know, Ligma's also been around here for fucking ever.
Oh, also, when's the next build challenge besides Halloween? Is there going to be one before then?
Honestly, we're so fucking low staffed right now. We ain't been doing shit for events lately, and it sucks because that's like my favorite thing we do is when we do like our Zerg the admins and our build challenges and our all that. But dude, you've been around long enough. A dozen admins would actually be pretty low staff for us. We're at like 4 right now, dude. It's
Oh my god. Let's face it though, with all the shit that we've been going through the last few months.
True.
Let's just get through this.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy. I definitely want to do that stuff though. Maybe we'll really ramp it up in the fall because it's we gotta get through all this.
Or if you need any help, I'm more than welcome around the holidays and stuff like that.
Players can fucking run events and shit like that anytime they want, and they can get full admin support from us. If a player, this is everybody in the damn audience, dude. Somebody wants to run an event, whether it's a real event like an actual fun like doing stuff event, or even if it's just something like static, like a build contest or whatever. All you guys got to do, put a ticket in, pitch your idea. We will gladly support. The only thing we won't do is give away a bunch of free shit and blah, blah, blah. But we will gladly support any kind of event. We'll make it official. We'll post it in announcements. We'll make an event out of it. We can do all that shit.
All right, then if it's cool with y'all, I may do in the next wipe or so, do like a destruction derby thing where we build the big platform, have the cars, and then y'all just come on and delete the foundations. And
when I say we won't spawn stuff in, I meant like, things players can keep. If we spawn stuff in for the events, that's fine. Cars or remember the big ball you can knock around like when we do our Rocket League and stuff. Like we'll spawn shit like that in. And if you need the other thing too, admin support wise, like if you need to build an arena or something, we can spawn the resources in to help build something like that. We just don't have the manpower right now to be running the stuff. So dude, if you guys want to do events, man, feel free to put in a ticket and work with us. We will gladly help.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a message about the derby, and then we'll figure out a time. But and I'll have it posted in Discord for all you guys too. But other than that, thank you. We'll get out of here.
All right, man. Good to see you, bud.
Appreciate it.
Same.
All right, we got one more person. If we can get the admins on the servers to give out prizes. Looks like actually we have Nint and Calmier already on. Last one is a ham named Gina. There's one more after him now.
I'm last.
You're second last now.
That's all right. I also wanted to thank everybody for what a great experience. I've only been on for 5 weeks, but I've got like 300 hours in so far. So
I love
it. Anyway, my question was about interaction like with other players' stuff, or sometimes other players. Where I'll give you an example, because I'm kind of a newbie. I somebody the other day was outside of town dressed in a blue scientist like outfit, right? And he literally stood by the barrels, by the bush, the drill, and I was just blasting him. and I was hitting him, and I was just like going, son of a bitch, he's not going down. Like I could usually one-shot him. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh my God, it's another player. And I'm mortified. Right?
That's fucking funny.
That's hilarious.
I know. And I think he did it on purpose. I don't know who it was. I thought it was funny afterwards. I thought, son of a bitch, man. He's probably getting shot at constantly.
I think I just found a new April Fool's thing.
Yeah, that's great.
It was perfect. I mean,
Joke's on you, it's an admin.
Right. Exactly. Right.
You should try being an admin. We usually get a face full of arrows every time we fucking come out of
back.
So this whole. I'll give you an example. Another example is this okay type of thing. Like when other players get shot at on a PvP or PvE server like this, is it offensive or is it considered like, oh, whatever? Because sometimes I shoot people or I'll throw a grenade at a zombie horde and I'll accidentally hurt somebody's stuff.
Yeah. So we have a custom plugin that no other server has, and I know this because I wrote it, called Walkers. And it gives you a very valid reason to always shoot first and ask questions next. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Until you see them glowing eyes, you have no idea.
I've lost so much gear because I didn't shoot first. I'm like, oh, that's just another player. you know, then I get clobbered, and it's usually it's because of a walker or whatever.
We also
Okay.
do random. We also do random roaming NPCs. There's not very many of them, maybe like a dozen total on the whole ass map. But they actually look like they're meant to look like players. They even wear some of the player kits, like the kits that we give in the slash kit. They even wear
That's
those,
awesome.
and they will shoot your ass. So
Yeah, great. Yeah, make them heavy, you know. So then also too, like affecting other people in this regard. Literally, while I've been on this meeting, my neighbor up the hill, it's a couple. They're really cute. They're sleeping. Their place, they didn't place a tool cabinet or anything, and all of their loot just turned into the little gray squares, and they're surrounded by just decay. And so, like, during this meeting, I just built them a log cabin. I surrounded them with a log cabin. I didn't put locks or anything on it. But is that like considered like, oh, you shouldn't do that type of thing?
Well,
Because
that's being friendly.
Yeah.
Generally, we say if a base decays, the loot's free. I mean, that's you can pick it up, whatever.
and I've done that, but
We
I
don't
felt
want
bad
you
because
griefing them, but I get you trying to protect them.
a lot of
It's
it
like the
revol-
opposite of griefing.
a
I'm
lot
trying
of
to
it goes
protect
around if
their
they're
stuff.
new or not too, though. Like we've had
Yeah.
people put a ticket in before, literally, and sometimes it's like, hey, not our problem that they haven't been on the server in 5 days. But sometimes they were just on an hour ago, and it's like they're so new to Rust they didn't even know they needed a TC. We've had players put tickets in before, like, hey, I found this base, I think they might be new, they don't have a TC, and the shit's starting to decay, and blah blah blah. And we've gone in there and saved their shit because we have the ability to look them up by their ID to see if they truly are new to not only just to our servers, we can even tell if they're new to Rust. We can tell all that shit. So if
Yeah,
you did, if you put
okay.
a ticket in like that, and I saw, oh no, that was just Nemesis, and she switched back over to the other server, and she's just obviously not playing here for the rest of this wipe. I'll leave it be. But if I look it up and it's a brand new player to Rust, and they played all day and then they logged off for the night, and I may save their shit. So you're always more than welcome to put a ticket in. The only thing we ask is don't ever be offended if we just if we don't take action. We do the research, and sometimes we don't take action. So, but
Okay.
yeah, more than
Or if
welcome
you
to-
do take action, like the
we
ham
do sometimes,
dam,
yeah. If they're new, we probably would take action to help save their stuff.
which I will raise my hand and apologize for that. But it's not a bridge; it was a dam. You guys, come on, Nick. I don't know what he's here, but-
Dude, I remember
That's
talking to you
cool.
about that. I'm glad you got the picture before you took it down, though.
But that's about it. I'm really sensitive to that. Not if it happens to me, I don't give a shit. I just don't want to affect other people's gameplay. You know what I mean? Like that. Maybe I shouldn't be that sensitive. Maybe Rust isn't for me. It's not for
You're
sensitive.
the opposite of every Rust player ever.
I know. I'm here to change things. But the last question I have is, is there an admin school? Because I would love that. I would absolutely love to pitch in and help and be an admin. But come on. There's no way I'd be able to do that right now. I don't think I have enough gameplay under my belt to do that. What are the qualifications? Like,
I don't know,
you
Bappo.
need staff.
Is Bappo still here?
It's called just a staff application.
Yeah, Bappo, is there a school, or you just got to kind of trial by combat?
A trial by combat. Put in a
Exactly.
the only reason I applied to staff is because I asked how to get in the party because I saw a few people in VC and it was the staff chat, and he just said apply to be a staff. So I did just that. And
So
That's
here we are.
funny.
And
Okay.
he actually had 2 strikes against him too. He has very little time here. That's a huge strike against him, and his age. He had a strike against him too because he's young. He's in his 20s.
Yeah.
And I'm ageist. I can't stand young people. Just
Good.
kidding, by the
Yeah,
way,
that's good.
audience.
That's really good. Yeah.
The
Yeah, so am I, yeah.
anyway, what I was saying, but the I'll give the quick rundown because everybody's probably ready to be out of here now.
Yeah,
Is,
I'm sorry.
People apply for staff. If we take them, we take them. If we don't, we don't. But when they become on board with staff, basically their instruction is just shut the fuck up, keep your head down, and follow along. That's literally what Bappo's job is right now. Is just follow. I mean, he's getting experienced enough right now that he's ready, he's chomping at the bit. Like, yo, let me take this shit, man. I got this. But in the beginning, especially, it's just his job is literally just follow along and see how we handle this, see how we handle that, ask questions. Like when you have a support ticket, we can actually talk inside your support ticket without you seeing what we're talking about. So believe it or not, what you see in your support ticket, there's probably a lot more conversation going on that you don't see. And that's
right on.
that's
Okay.
like where Bappo could be in there asking questions like, "Hey, what should we do in this situation?" And we'll explain it. We'll explain it. And as he gets his feet under him and gets used to what we're doing, it's like, "Hey, Bappo, why don't you take control now and take this ticket over? And here's what you can tell them, or here's what you can do for them, blah blah blah," and kind of guide him. So really, you learn as you go. It's really modeled after my police career, where you spend the first like 3 months of your time as a police officer just with an FTO. You know, the first like month
Right.
you just ride passenger and
Ride
listen to what
along.
he does.
Yeah.
You don't even
Yep.
talk for the first month. You just follow along, and then the second month he kind of nudges you along and lets you handle some of the calls. And then the third month he's following you along to see how you're doing, and then you get to be a full-fledged police officer. And that's pretty much how
Yeah.
we kind of modeled the system here. Is you just kind of
Okay.
follow along, then you kind of start taking a little bit, then you kind of start taking them on your own, and then you go to be full admin if you make it that far.
Got it. Okay. So regardless of gameplay, it's really it's a mix, an amalgam of different personality
and
traits that make you a good
not
admin.
having a lot of rust time and not having a lot of Zombieland time definitely would stretch that staff period out. Like Bapo's
Yeah.
staff period has lasted longer than you would expect, but not because he did anything wrong. He just didn't have a lot of experience with everything around here, so he's got to know what he's
Yeah.
talking about, or we'd look like fools if we just let him loose, not knowing
Yep.
things. And that's
I
not
just
because
think,
he doesn't know. It's just because he's newer than normally we would take some.
No, makes sense. I got it, and I know everybody wants to head out, so
Yeah,
I'll bail out after that. But that's good. I think I'll put in an application. Why not? You know, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, yeah,
That's exactly what I said to myself.
we could split your little ham slices open a little wider.
Man, that's
No.
maybe that has to change. Imagine being greeted by somebody named Hamgina.
Well, imagine being
Like,
greeted by
what?
that avatar.
Well, it's a billboard. It's out in public, man. It's not my fault.
Oh my god, that's the greatest story ever. Too.
All right, you guys. Hey, thanks again, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know,
It's good
I
to talk
bow
to
to
you,
you
dude.
all. You guys are
Hey,
gods. So thank you.
Great job on raising a kid, man. I'm being dead ass.
Oh,
serious when I
thanks,
tell you
man.
that. Good
Appreciate
job, man.
that. Yeah, he's a good man.
He
He's
is.
a good man. He'll be raising me soon.
I can't even raise myself.
Oh.
All right, thanks. All right, next one up is Hoxton. We'll have one more after that, and then we're caller quits.
Okay.
Since there's one in line.
Hello, gentlemen and ladies. I just wanted to give my peace of mind. The server is great. This is the first PvE server I played. It's really, really fun. It's a great challenge. And I've seen over the month that I've been playing that people have been giving like T some shit as a staffing point and like coding shit. I can understand T struggles. I've been there. I've staffed for someone in a different game, so I know the struggles. I know how it is. All you gotta do is just be patient with this guy, man. He seems like a really fucking chill dude. And I just want to say this fucking server's bomb. I think it's the greatest Rust PvE server out there. And this fucking server rules. And all the staff rules, T rules, everyone rules. Yo, you guys are fucking amazing. I love you all.
We hate hearing that.
Fuck you then.
Definitely appreciate it. I don't know what Shorzy's getting at there, but yeah, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like, I taught myself to code like last year. Like, I don't know what I'm doing technically. And even making Zombieland, I literally got pissed off at the server we played on with my son, and I logged out and said, told Google, how do I make a Rust server? And here we are. So like, this is all self-taught, man. I don't have any managerial skill sets in my real life. I don't have any customer service skill sets. I'm sure most of you definitely would understand that. In my real life, like my entire real life has just been dealing with bad guys and locking them up and having to be very, very alpha and aggressive when I do so because your life depends on it. And again, I try to be a cool person and a nice person. I really do. So I appreciate that, man. That was very nice of you to do. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
how the fuck do I get out of here? Someone kicked me out. I don't know.
Shorzy in the comments here. Shorzy, if you actually knew me, I am a very, very, very kind and nice and gentle person. I'm not actually that unchill of a person.
All right, last one up, Dougie.
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, the server's dope. Could we get a giant tower that we can parachute off of?
Did you guys already build one?
I was gonna say, I think somebody already built one.
Yeah. So I built one, right? And then I was
we
like,
saw.
oh, we're not supposed to build giant stuff. So then we blew it up because I felt bad. Could we have like a permanent one somewhere?
No, but
during the New Year's event, you can.
Oh, yeah.
We usually do a parachute drop during the New Year's event.
yeah, we definitely do one then. If you ever want to see something really cool, you can ask me to come nuke your giant tower. Pretty neat. It's neat
Okay,
looking.
yeah.
He likes to do that.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
neat looking.
Okay,
But yeah.
challenge accepted.
Yeah,
Will do.
we do one during New Year's, but that's about it. Yeah, we don't.
Dope. Okay, that was it. Yeah, the server's dope.
Maybe
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate
maybe
you.
we could make an event out of something like that.
There you go. Make an event. Yeah. That's what we do at New Year's. We have an event where you got to try to parachute down and hit this little tiny target way down below. It's pretty cool.
All right, that's it. I'd cut it off. Somebody did try and ask a question, but I cut them off because it's lasting forever, and I don't remember who it was.
Perg,
if you
there
guys have
are a
any
couple
questions,
people
just
that do Perg. I don't want to hear it. You know
ask in
damn well.
chat.
I can name at least. I can name probably 5 of them off the top of my head instantly. Oh yeah, I'll be previewing the next map while they're giving out the prizes and stuff, and it'll be in my stream here. Let me put the link. One last. Where is my link? I don't even know my own Twitch. There it is. Oh, double trouble.
I beat you.
I know you did. I'll switch that to Rust while you guys are giving out prizes. We got you guys on the servers, right?
Yep, I'm on Legacy.
I think Call Me's on the other one.
Bye, Henny.
Down, just because there's an influx of new players here. I don't want to be just giving.
All right, for
everything to
Legacy,
anybody.
we're gonna do it over by the red couches. I'm gonna deafen and get rid of those the prizes out. Yeah. So if you're on Legacy and you can hear my voice, over by the red couches behind the drones.
That's what they're talking
Most
about
of-
right now is the free stuff. CMO. Get in
Yeah.
server. They're giving away the free stuff.
So for 3x, just look south of town. You're going to see a metal building. I will be in front of there. Make 2 lines, one with whoever wants rockets, whoever wants RP, stand in those lines, and I will go back and forth.
Good night, Kenji and Vixen.
All right. Like I said, Legacy, red couches over by the drones. It's not a casting couch. Relax.
Unless you want it to be.
Unless you want it to be. Bunch of guys. What could go wrong?
Target. Target. I'm disappointed.
I'm gonna
you didn't-
deafen.
Target. I'm disappointed you didn't have a Q&A, man, just so we could hear that Scottish voice.
I joined VC to listen to their British accents.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Half the time I cannot understand a fucking thing he says, but that Scottish voice is just incredible.
My bad. I said British. I should have said European.
Well, yeah. The other ones are
Anyway.
British. There's 2 British and 1 Scottish in there. But yeah, players, get on your server and go to town, and they're giving out the prizes there. For those who want to see the map preview, I am in the stream right now. I actually have Discord up instead of my stream, so if you... Actually, I think I can pull both up at the same time. There we go. Now I got both up at the same time. So I can see you guys chatting on either. It's fucking dark. Let there be light.
Yo, T, can you check my message and thing?
Check your message. In official?
All right. I'm heading to premium. I'll be at town in a minute. I'm going to deafen.
What are you talking about, Beppo? Where's Minicopter? There it is. All right, so if anybody wants to see the next map, first you got to see me put some fucking fuel in. Hey, are any new players watching this map stream right now? Have you guys, have you new players ever taken part in Power Hour? New players, ding me and say something in Discord here. Are you watching new players? You got new players? Never seen Power Hour before? Okay. So during Power Hour, we give you a kit. First, let me show you the kit. So that's the
All
kit.
right.
That's the kit we give you during Power Hour. And then on top of that kit, which is really nasty, you also get armed minicopters, which is like what you see me flying right now. So if I get in my minicopter, I can switch to the guns. So you got this gun right here. I guess I should turn my sound up because it does sound pretty cool.
Real quick, T. Last call for Legacy.
There's not many people on there, so
No, I got like 10, 12 people, so I'm assuming, 33% is probably
So-
what we got.
New players, you get this. You also get that. Like I said, you get this badass kit. You also get these armed minicopters. So you got the A10. You can do the guns, do the missiles. Then you can shoot the heat-seeking rockets. I don't have anybody else with me right now that I can get a lock onto. But if I hold down my right mouse button, I can get a heat seeker lock on another copter, and I can shoot this. Then you got a flak cannon, good for anti-air.
There's nobody on premium that wants prizes at
No,
town.
they don't give a fuck. They get everything. That flak cannon, it does do AOE like a real flak gun. Then next thing you have, this is what most people use, especially if they want to just go level some bases. You have these rockets. And these things are nasty as hell. Matter of fact, if I paste a base down real quick. Look at that. Been adminning so long I can paste a nightmare down without even leaving. Shit right there. So with these rockets, they are fucking nasty. I mean, you can really put down some firepower. And you can switch to napalm. I think I have napalm disabled on the real server because napalm lags all the fire effects. And you got high velocity rockets, like HVs basically. Then you can drop C4 bomb. All that shit down there, ding. Then you can switch to bomb. Go to bomb. And then you got the machine gun. You got me crashing into the ground. Ah! And then you got the high explosive rounds, which are basically like a cannon. Think of it like a Bradley gun, like a Bradley cannon. Anyway, a lot of fun. Power hour. It usually starts around like 10 or 11 a.m. on white day. I know it's called active. It usually goes for like 4 hours, but because people enjoy it. Basically, all I do is I just look, and if it doesn't look like people are really PvPing much anymore, and you're kind of just waiting for the wipe, I go ahead and activate Power Hour. It's fun. So, that's the kind of shit you can do with Power Hour. That Wraith emoji just comes from following that channel. If you click on the in the server info channel, oh, okay, yeah, you don't have to. Anything special. Anyway, here's the map that's coming up. Anybody wants me to point out something specific, let me know. Oh, I can move the Nitro one down some if you guys want your server one to be priority. I thought the server one still showed up. If it, I can shift those around for you.
This is the last call for 3X. If you guys are on 3X and have not got your rewards, come south of town, big metal building. If not, I'm taking it down and we're done.
It's over this way, Meow. I'll show you. I'm surprised nobody else asked that question. I did say I moved town. Town is up this direction. Oh, that's why town has moved, because town is not a place for a bunch of shops to come. People can warp, they can teleport, they can use drones, they can use /S instead of vending machines. All kinds of reasons to have to build. And what's going on 3X right now? I will never allow anyone to build anywhere even close to town. It is a nightmare. So many people complaining about lag around town. You know what you were talking about earlier with RP and like does it disappear or not? Like if there is a problem, somebody needs to put a ticket in because that's the first I've ever heard about it. Nobody has ever put a ticket in about that. Could be possible. There's no rules about building on a God Rock. You can build whatever you want. I mean, you know, there's rules about building in general. Like, don't go crazy and build like some giant 10 by 10 or whatever. You made your rest stop in your town. I mean, yeah, of course, raid is expected. I mean, if you can build in your town, people are going to put stuff in your town. That's why now you can't build in your town. This is where town is now. And this is the little bridge to get back to land. I know it seems kind of like, why would you make us go on that? Well, it's because if I don't, then we're going to build right there. And this area right here is no build because it's near these little monuments and stuff. So that's where town is now. So people can't build outside of town anymore. TPB is already a perk for top voter and top donors. So, and it will technically be a perk for the Wraith one too once that gets implemented. First of all, I wouldn't sell it. I'm not here to sell things. It's not our purpose. Our purpose is to make a fun Rust server. And second of all, if I offered that perk to everyone, then it wouldn't be a perk for the people that do have it. Top voter and all that stuff. You know, there's not much else to give them because, you know, veteran already pretty much has every perk there is. So top voter's got to have something special. So PB is that one something special. Yeah, there should be rocks. Oh, there's the. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. There's the anvil one right there. Let me see what else can I show you guys. Anything else you guys want to see? There is no refrigerator backpack. I don't know where that's coming from. Like, I've never changed anything for or against whatever this refrigerator backpack thing is. Like, the backpack's plugin is just a plugin. It's not my plugin. I don't even have that plugin customized. I've never had to customize it because it works really damn good.
It's
So
how on
weird.
some maps.
Slash backpack.
Yeah.
Some maps do refrigerate, some
Yeah, I've
don't.
heard that, and I don't know where it's
Weird.
coming from. Maybe it's when you open and close. Wait a minute, that's exactly what it is. Because I know how backpacks actually work, code wise. That's exactly what it is. It all depends upon where you open your backpack. That's exactly what the fuck it is. You guys want me to tell you a secret on how backpacks work?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
When you type /backpack,
doesn't matter where you open the backpack. It can still be.
when you type /backpack, there actually is no such thing as your backpack first. When you type /backpack, I only know this because I do pretty much the exact same thing in the vault. When you type /backpack, it actually spawns a coffin negative 500 meters under you. And then when you place your items in that coffin and close it, it destroys the coffin and then writes all the information about all the items you put in there into a data file. When you open your backpack, it spawns a coffin under you at negative 500. It reads the data file and says, oh, they had 10 pumpkins and 1 M249. It recreates those items and puts them back in the coffin so then you can now withdraw them. So there is no backpack. It's actually a coffin 500 meters under you. And the way Rust works with topologies and biomes, the same reason that sometimes you see people complain, I can't build in a cave or I can't teleport in a cave. And I'm like, oh, that's because there's a monument topology for the caves. Well, topologies and biomes infinitely go upwards and downwards. In other words, like you see that little thing right here in front of me, that little monument. There's this little electrical station or whatever. So there's a monument topology on that electrical station and around it a little bit. You see that little food crate that spawned on the shore right there? That little food crate was spawned by the monument topology that is on that electrical substation. So right now, I'm in a monument topology, even though I'm not on the ground. The monument, all the topologies and all the biomes go infinitely up and infinitely down. So if I went under the map, I would still be in that monument. So that's what's happening. I guarantee that's what's happening with the backpack thing. Is that you're opening your backpack, which is just a coffin, in the winter biome or somewhere where it's cold. And that's, you get what I'm getting at? So I'm assuming that's how food works. Like, is that how food works? Like, if you have a base in the Arctic, will your food stay refrigerated inside the...
Yes.
Okay, well then that's exactly what it's doing. When you open your backpack, if you open it in the Arctic biome, your shit's gonna stay refrigerated. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, I can see that chat, Perk. What's up?
I'll be back in a few. If you guys leave, just drag me down, please.
Hey, man. Oh, anything else you guys want to see while I'm flying around the map? I feel like I'm giving plug-in lessons instead of showing the map off. I can show you guys where the Wraith Island is, I guess. Yes, Perk, I see that chat. Why are you asking? Can you see Black Widow? Of course. Here's Black. Where did I put that? Oh. Probably go the fast way. Me, of course, man. Wraith won't be done for a couple months on Legacy. Well, yeah, but you know what? Now if you do it and lose, your MMR goes down, and then you can fight an easier Wraith. So you guys can't warp from town?
Not if it's a safe zone.
Oh, we'll just go stand on the edge, like the wall or something. It's not a safe zone there. Or just stand
Hell,
outside town.
you can just go down halfway down the one set of stairs and.
Yeah. I thought you meant like the whole little area. No. Yeah, you just gotta step outside a little bit. Oh, what was I showing? Black Widow.
Did you say this is the fast way?
Yeah, no, this is the fast way right here. I gotta wait for everything to render though when you go the fast.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you can see what I made the legs out of. Those giant oil tanks that you see at Monument. And those are excavator buckets. All right, class, can anybody guess what these are? What did I make the body of Black Widow out of? Come on. Can anybody guess? First
Looks
guess,
like
come
dome.
on. Not you, you're an admin, you don't get to guess. You guys get to
Never
watch
mind.
my map. Wop. You guys watch my map streams all the time. Anybody know what those are? What the body is made out of? All the black of the Black Widow? These? Nobody?
Oh, I know.
Me, pick me. Oh, you're so close. These are cargo ship rudders. The rudder, you know, the fin that steers the cargo ship. These are dome pieces right there.
Yeah, because you can see the little catwalks on it if you look at it at an angle.
Yep. Crazy shit. You know what this stuff is right here? Those are actually eggs. Like the silver and gold eggs and stuff that you open. Hey, somebody, if anybody's still on 3X, somebody hook this. He's a new player. We're gonna give him a break since he missed the prizes because he didn't know where to go.
What's his name?
Well, in Discord it's Red Ruby Dino. I don't know what it is in game.
I love this monument. It's such a unique monument. One of my favorites.
Yep. You know what was the hardest part about doing this was like lining up his feet to like be exactly on the things I wanted him to be on. I fucked that one up a little bit. But see, I was trying to do it like this so players could go up, have a way to get up.
I think I usually go up the tower.
You guys
Red
on-
Ruby, you have to be on server to get the prizes, man.
Well, yeah, you can't get in from
Yeah,
that right here.
those, neither of them are on right now.
You have to go up to get in. You have to go up this one. What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
okay,
I
yeah.
put them so that they all lined up like on things. Like, see how that one even lines up?
Yeah,
that was a bit.
Oh, I remember working this map, Terraform. God, of course I do. It was our first one.
Yeah, these shiny
Oh,
parts. These are actually
call me. It's
silver.
Red Ruby at the top of your stuff. They have a heart in front of their name.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
These are actually silver eggs right here. Those are pretty cool. Anybody need to see anything else on the map? I did add another oil rig. There's a small
Did you already,
there.
you already showcased town?
Yeah, I did. There's a small there too. Large there. And a large down there.
I was saying hi to new players on Legacy.
Hey, that's good to hear though.
Yeah, there was like 5.
One of my favorite monuments. This thing was such a bitch to make.
Also one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a good one because it's got the old.
Oh my
puzzle.
gosh! Did you should the custom the NPC spot?
Yeah, they're gonna love that. I can't wait to hear the bitching about that.
Oh my god! People are gonna cuss me out.
When you guys go looking for Waldo and all that shit on this wipe, make sure you send all your anger to Nint.
I mean, Arctic already cussed me out for the Waldo and that what was it? The shipwreck one, I think. Arctic cussed me out for that one too.
Nint's been bugging me for like 6 months, like, oh, gee, you know, it'd be a really cool place to put like Waldo is like right here, blah blah blah. And it's a bitch to do. Like doing it in the map is a bitch. So I rewrote the plugin completely from scratch to where now any admin can dynamically place the quest NPCs anywhere they want just by putting their feet on the fucking ground and typing a command. And so Nint has been going crazy with that shit. You're gonna find the NPCs in some places. They're still gonna be in monuments. Don't get me wrong. We're not tricking you. They're not moved or anything weird. But you know, when I do it in the map work, I'm just trying to hurry. Like, okay, just put a couple Waldo spawns and get the fuck on, because I got to move on to the next thing. But Nint has definitely been getting creative with their placement.
I think I added 30 more to this map alone.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty. You direct all your complaints to Nint, please.
I mean, I've been putting them in some diabolical locations. I won't lie.
But you know, the whole reason that we even have that plugin in the first place in those quests. So like I made those quests for one specific person, or not person, purpose. And that was to get players to go out and explore my custom content, because it is not easy to make all this custom content. And I was finding out that a lot of players, Bappo, a lot of players literally have gone their entire Zombieland career and never even touched my custom monuments because they're just, oh, I just want to go farm oil rigs or dungeons and get all the loot. It's like, no, get out there and fucking explore this stuff, man. I put a lot of work into this shit. So that's exactly what the Waldo questline was for. It was to force you to go look around my monuments. And boy, did Nint fucking run with that. You're going to explore the shit out of them monuments now. I give Facepunch credit. I do like these little oases. You know that this is one piece. This whole thing. The lake, the trees. It's one giant thing called Oasis A. There's 4 of them, and they're just
Kind of like the canyons.
Yeah, just like the canyon, and just like a
Crevasses.
vanilla monument. It's just one big piece. Looks cool though. Yeah, I appreciate it, Perk. Thank you. And
Which
honestly,
monument, Arctic?
The deep sea is fucking stupid, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm probably gonna be a topic at the next server meeting. Can we finally turn off the deep sea? I've been just pushing it off and waiting to let players get bored with it, and they seem to be pretty bored with it already. But deep sea is insanely retarded. It is a huge detriment to server performance, and it's a huge detriment to the cargo ship. Guess what keeps causing the cargo ship to go through land and start wrecking people's bases? That would be the deep sea. And there's still tons of errors spamming the console, all of them from the deep sea.
The pyramid must have been before my time there.
The pyramid. Oh my god, who mentioned the pyramid? Oh, Arctic. That was a cool puzzle, wasn't it, Arctic? Arctic, oh, you missed it the other night. I was streaming for a bunch of players when I was working on the map, and I showed them end game Because I've been revamping in game, like completely rebuilding it from scratch all the way, with all the new assets and all the new stuff. Yeah. And I showed it to them in stream because they were like, "Well, what's your favorite monument you've ever made?" I'm like, "Oh, if I got a fucking store, man, it shit is crazy." So yeah, I was showing them the other night in the stream.
I think one of my favorite ones that you've made that I've known, more recent ones, is the railgun. I really like the railgun.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
I can't wait to add NPCs to the railgun.
Puzzle wise, I mean, Endgame is always gonna be my best monument ever, for real. Puzzle wise though, I think what is it, Fort Knox and St. Nolan's, where I actually make you have to like do a real puzzle, like numbers and solve the riddles and stuff. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like those.
We gotta
ones a lot.
unretire St. Nola's.
Didn't I just have that like a couple maps ago?
No. That's on Purgatory, and we haven't run Purgatory because of rocks.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we thought
Purgatory's
about
fucking
remaking.
broken.
Yeah, we thought about remaking a Halloween map and just salvaging the monuments or something.
Yeah, Purgatory is beyond repair. There's no way I can ever recover that one. It's fucked. God, good graphics, Rust. Yeah. Jeez. This game is so old and unoptimized. What's up with the winter airfield and dome, man? That's kind of brutal. Those are like pretty low-B monuments people like that. I'm just zooming around. If anybody needs to see anything, let me know, because I will not be
One of the guys I just greeted on Legacy's name was Dome Rat. It kind of reminded me of Trigger because Trigger loves the dome.
Fun story. When I first started playing Rust, man, I could not run Dome for shit. And it was the old Dome puzzle where it was actually a challenge. So I used to have to get my son, and he was probably 13 at the time. I used to have to get him to run Dome. Every time we played Rust, he's like, "Hey, go ahead, Dome. There's maybe some military crates up there." I'm like, "You got to do that shit, man. I cannot." Like, I suck at parkour. I suck so bad at it. If you've ever based with me in a Rust, you'll hear me bitch so much if you build one of them fucking...
Do the crouch jumps.
God, I fucking hate that shit.
When Braden did that.
Remember, you and Braden both like built that fucking crouch jump base, and I was like, I'm not even gonna base with you guys if you're gonna have that shit. Like, I can't fucking do it.
There was the first crouch jump. It was like 3 minutes. You're just trying to jump. That's all you're trying to do.
We were live on Braden's stream too, like 1,000 people watching, and I'm like, I can't even get out of our own fucking base.
I can't get off the main fucking floor. How do you jump?
That's not Wraith Island, is it? Did I make it a jungle? Oh shit! I better change that. They're gonna fucking lose their shit on me. Should we leave Wraith Island a jungle? Huh? What do you think?
Devious.
You shove your MMR up your ass with that.
I'll put Roadrunner in the middle of it. Call it Zombie Wraith Island.
Oh, we should put Roadrunner on Wraith Island. No, because you have to.
Nah.
You have to buy Wraith though.
They'd
You
have
just
to
go there
have
when he's
Wraith.
not out.
Oh yeah.
That'd be kind of cheap.
Oh, you know who's in the server meeting today?
Who?
Chaser. He was greeted yesterday.
And already in a server meeting?
Yeah, I noticed the name because he had the ticket earlier with the double Waldo thing, and I had to go talk to him in person because the support bot wasn't working. So I know who Chaser is now.
So Chaser, this is literally your second day,
Yeah, he was greeted yesterday.
and you already joined the meeting and took part in the meeting. For real? Fuck it! Somebody go give this man a gold egg or some shit. Like, come on now.
I got him.
He was greeted by "Call me Puppy."
Call me Puppy. Yeah, hook this man up. Give him a gold egg or something, man. That's good shit. You were greeted by a note. Do you not speak English? Who greeted you with a fucking note? Was it? It had to have been Bappo.
I was gonna say it's got to be Bappo.
It's got to be Bappo. He's the lazy greeter. He just doesn't drive.
Please tell me it's Bappo.
He drives by in a fucking car and throws a note out the window. There you go, asshole.
All right, we could just pull this up. Are you online?
Oh yeah, we can see who we can see who
Yeah,
greeted you.
yeah.
Yeah, we log that shit. We do. We log all that shit.
I agree with notes if they don't speak English.
Because we log it because
Yeah,
sometimes we'll go
switch your
back
name.
and we'll go back and audit that shit. That way we know who's bullshitting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind. What's your in-game name?
You got in trouble. Okay, you got a nasty gram.
Oh, he's on Legacy though.
You got a nasty gram, huh? What'd you do wrong, man? Tell us. It's all okay. Hey, the fact that you're even here talking about it, man, that means you're a cool dude, man. You know what most people do when we have to give them a nasty gram? Like, they fucking rage quit the server. And believe it or not, even most admins have had a nasty gram at some point when they were a player.
I had Cryo come up and tell me to stop throwing airdrops.
Yeah, see, even Nick got in trouble before.
To be fair, it was on Rebellion. I was in the Ice Cave custom build spot,
Yeah.
and at one point, you got XP for throwing airdrops. So I waited till night because you know the bonus, yada yada, min maxing. I threw like 40 of those freaking.
Oh Jesus!
Well, and I looted them, and Cryo came over and he's like, "Will you stop despawning all this loot on the ground?" He's like, "Just throw it in a box." I was like, "Okay." So that's what I did.
He had a China wall. No wonder you got yelled at. Yeah, that's a nasty gram. And Arctic, you ain't. Do you have a? Oh, you do have one fucking note on your profile, Arctic, from March 31st, 2020. That's how long Arctic's been around. 2020, he had a note on his profile. Holy shit. And it was from Googly. I forgot about him. I wonder whatever happened to that dude. Yeah, you somehow got a staff hat, and you were running around the server in a staff hat, like pretending to be staff. That's great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and somehow the skin ID got selected in raid-based loot or something. That's so funny. Googly was so like grumpy and gruff.
There you go, Chaser. You should have a gold egg in your inventory, buddy.
Good shit, man. Hell yeah. 24 hours into our servers, he's already at the meeting. I love it.
Yeah, people don't even check the website for the first year.
Right?
I just think that like I kind of like that there's just 30 of us just here bullshitting at this point.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're in a server meeting still. Nem,
I mean, I think
Nem, your notes go up and down. It's all good. If it makes you feel better, Nem, you are one of my all-time favorite players in Zombieland history. All time for sure. So is Arctic, but absolutely. I mean, look at the creation I made for you, Nem. Obviously, I consider you a friend. I wouldn't have done that for anybody else. What else to show on this map? Just here for the meme. Yeah, we know poop. And how many times I've had people like, does that guy even play?
Yeah. Did you actually tell people the meeting's actually over?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Technically, the meeting is definitely over. I'm just kind of showing the map, and now we're just bullshitting because I don't even know what else to show.
Well, I'm gonna show my ass out of here because I got to
Yeah.
work in the morning.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna head
I will-
down.
I'll catch y'all later.
I haven't
Appreciate
even
y'all
had
coming to
dinner.
the meeting.
I haven't even had dinner yet, so I'm gonna call it a night here with this meeting too. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it, everybody. Good turnout. And I will see you guys.
yeah,
on
good
Force Light.
turnout.
Yep.
Force Light.
Force Light.
More work.
All right, we made it through another.
Yay, good shit. All right, I am
Yeah,
gonna
good
head
shit.
out though.
That's a great turnout. Look at the fucking pop right now. Even 100 people.
Later.
Fuck yeah, 98. Fucking hell. Yeah, they didn't want anything on premium because they were getting ready to do Wraith.
They didn't take anything last month either. Nobody showed up when I went over there last month either.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
No.
Which is perfect. All right, guys. I will catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. See ya.
Later.
Did somebody move Bappo down?
He'll
fuck
figure
that
it out.
He said he had to run to the store or something for his sister or somebody.
Oh, I don't see him anymore, so.
All right. All right. Catch you guys later.
Later.
I must
Yeah,
not
not
have.
bad.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
we're supposed
must
to
not
drag.
have-
We're supposed to drag Call Me down here.
I'm here.
Okay.
It must not have transmitted earlier. I went to 3x or to premium, and I gave them their stuff already.
Oh, that's why they didn't show up then.
Yeah, that's probably why they said no, because they already got.
Yeah, well, at least those people probably wouldn't double dip, so.
No, and I figured I'm like, all right, there's only a few people on premium, so I went right before the meeting was technically done, like the Q&A and stuff, and I went on there first. I did that, and then I came over to 3x.
Apologies for being a little late there.
Well, I'm gonna do the opposite, and apologies for leaving a little early because I'm fucking tired. I haven't had dinner yet. Haven't done anything, and my wife's home. I didn't even get to see my family tonight. So
Go do your thing.
Yep,
Me and
get out
Call
of
Me
here.
gonna hang out like we usually do.
I'll be up for a while, and I'll have my tablet and be checking on things. If you guys need me, just holler at me. I will be downstairs watching TV with her or something. And
Cool.
I am gonna take an off day tomorrow.
Do it.
You
Most
need
of
it.
at least.
Yeah, do it.
I need it bad. So please, if you guys have time, try to be around if you can to help cover things.
I don't think I have that much going on tomorrow. I might go kayaking, but that's about it.
I gotta take my computer in early. But that's about it.
Oh, and remind me, fuck, I gotta remember, change the fucking Wraith Island to.
Yeah, I'll put a note on the channel for you.
One step ahead of you.
But
Yeah, I should probably be home like 4 or something tomorrow.
yeah, I'll be around. I'll be around for the most part tomorrow. I just I might go get some sun. I need to get out of the house at least a little bit, so I might go kayaking. But other than that, I don't think I don't have an appointment or anything like I did today. So
Sweet.
yeah, I feel bad about that one, but I just
Hey, what?
that's
Call me. What do
my
you mean
fault.
town should get put to non-PvP? People running around shooting M2s for what?
Well, yeah, on Rebellion, it's not a safe zone. So there was like
Town's not
fucking-
supposed to be a safe zone. We only started doing that on the big town because people were standing on the top of the walls and cheesing hordes. So I made that one a safe zone just to stop people from cheating on hordes like that. It's never meant to be a safe zone.
Oh, I was just saying because like I was standing there and for like just about 10 minutes straight, like I had to tell them twice just to go away because they were like 3 or 4 people just shooting M2s inside of town through the glass, shit like that.
We can make it a safe zone then to stop that if you want.
Well, I just figure it's new players coming on, and if that's going to be the first thing they're fucking seeing and hearing is just a bunch of people doing that, like it's.
Very good point. Very good point. All right, yeah. So just start making sure we note that on each map. If it's not, then we will.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. Holler if you need me.
Later.
I'll be around.
Later.